Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing on their CFNA card, plus $50 off your next service. Frank Frangie here. With no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to take care of your vehicle. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, their skilled technicians have you covered. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to learn more and schedule an appointment at one of their 5 locations. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Lauren Brooks here. Circa Resort and Casino has an incredible all-in package for Duval in December. For only $500, tax and resort fee included, get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. Join us Heels Friday night for a Jacksonville pep rally with specials and giveaways. To book the Jacksonville game day getaway and join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Head coach Doug Peterson was upbeat about running back Tank Bigsby in the second preseason game.
Yeah, I think Tank is really improving. He did a nice job again. He ran tough, took care of the football. He's done some really good things.
Jag QB Mac Jones seems to take in stride his first win as a member of the team.
Just got to keep carrying that momentum, and it's a one-week season. Everyone always says that. In the preseason, too, you got to stack good days and move on to the next games.
The signing of Mac Jones for the Jaguars is already paying dividends, especially when C.J. Beathard went down in the second preseason game. His new head coach likes Mac's approach.
He loves playing. He loves playing the game. He did some great things tonight and helped us win this game.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back here on the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com. I'm going to get to football fix here in just a second, but I want to first offer up today's Daily's Double Take. Courtesy of 1010 XL alum. If you can't beat them, I guess join them. The Double Take brought to you by the Daily's Dash. Have you dashed in for your fresh ground, locally sourced coffee this morning? Huh? Have you? It's there. It's brewing up right now. It's percolating fresh. Got those piled high biscuits and the Dash is there. We're not talking gas station food here, man. Duval's my favorite sub in town. Take me anywhere in town. That's what I'll give me. That Duval, baby. And you can count on the Daily's Dash to tickle those taste buds all football season long. Yeah, after losing 2 in a row to the Mets, former 1010 XLer Jessica Blaylock, who now works for the South Florida franchises as a sideline reporter for the Florida Panthers, for the Miami Marlins. The Marlins in New York to face the Mets, and now the Mets, it's now famously caught fire once they had Grimace throw out the first pitch. Whatever Grimace is from back in the old McDonald's days, that big purple huggable so-and-so. So the Marlins, after losing the first 2 in New York yesterday, Blaylock, for her part and her wardrobe, you can find this online on Twitter, she went with the all-purple, and she out-grimaced the Grimace, and the Marlins won a game. Not sure if it had anything to do with the outfit selection, but it's the Daily's Double Take nonetheless. Stop by the Daily's Dash today. Caitlin Clark just keeps breaking records. By the way, it's funny how they've all warmed up to her now. It didn't take long. Game represents game. I give Caitlin Clark credit. She stayed above that fray, didn't she? She let all the keyboard warriors and talking heads fight her battles, and everyone just argued amongst themselves, and she never took offense at the other girls, and she never made it about her, and she didn't throw a fit over anything, and she didn't cry victim. And lo and behold, now ball recognizes ball, and we get halfway through the year, and see now the rest of the mean girls from the NBA realize that, yeah, she's a top 5, top 10 player in the league. Shocker. No kidding. Plenty of 45-year-old beer-drinking, white dudes could have told you that. And now her team is catching fire on her back. She's already set the rookie assist record. Already. They just came off of the break. She set the single game record earlier this year. She had a week of the first 2 games back. She went for like 29 the first game, 23 the second. Double-digit assists both games. She's hitting statistical categories like well-rounded. Like games of 20 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. She's already got like 7 of those, which is like second most or second or third most in the history of the league. So, yeah, all of this, and she'll learn, and she's just a shooter, and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, there you go. You're right. She's just a ball hog gunner who the media created. Sure. And she was on another record pace yesterday. Hideki Matsuyama wins the St. Jude. I'm struck by a sudden fear, and I believe it's accurate as the wheel stares at me. Which point, a little sparky-eyed, little evil little smirk right now on my cohort's face if he's listening to these dulcet tones coming out of my mouth right now. But I'm battling all weekend. Hick and I are battling to stay off of that wheel in last place in the picks contest for golf. He had Scheffler. I had Schauffele. I grinded all week. I just got to get Schauffele ahead of Scheffler. I got to get Schauffele ahead of Scheffler, right? I just need that. Just come on, just try and stay ahead. I do not want to spin that godforsaken wheel. And then about halfway, through the acceptance speech of Hideki Matsuyama, I had this flash of fear. Did he take Hideki with his second pick?
It turns out he did.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I had that. Put a crappy capper on what was overall a pretty good weekend for me. Okay, it'll come down to the last one. We'll see how they do this. Well, we know who I'll go with. I'm gonna ride that horse one more time. I'm scared of these guys at the top because they don't. I mean, Xander and Scott are so separated, but. Fire for the man. We got a football fix. Let's hit some of the NFL highlights, headlines. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Ooh, there's a head coach of a dream team. Mandy and her staff can get you your best insurance fits. And they have all kinds of programs and policies. It's a volatile business right now. Have somebody to ride that out with you, and you get the assurance when something goes wrong when you have insurance agent Mandy Bowers and her Allstate Dream Team in Mandarin. Also, the Joint Creek Golf Club, the home course, tee it high, and let it fly. It looks like Bo Nix has won that Denver job. I mean, they keep putting him in. He keeps making play. We've seen this storyline, right? We've seen this movie. It's not always that guy taken in the top 5. And it's quarterback that went mid-first or second or third. He comes in and just like Russell Wilson did this as a third-round pick. He just comes in and he just overwhelms you to the point that there really is no competition here. It feels like that's the deal with Bo Nix. Nix shined again last night. Again, it's so hard to make too many determinations from what we're seeing because teams are taking different tacks in this preseason. Some are playing starters, others are playing none. Some are sitting 30, 40 guys. Others are sitting select few. But this is 2 games now, and twice Bo Nix has looked like he's the best quarterback option for the Denver Broncos. Hoping they can get off to a, quote, fast start. The Raiders are going to go with Gardner Minshew. I think it's a job that Minshew can hold on to if he plays well, but he's just maybe even a bad stretch in a game away from seeing Aiden O'Connell get his shot. O'Connell threw a pick 6 the other night. Didn't help his case. Not that Minshew was great either. All right, injuries starting to hit a little bit. Offensive lineman Nate Herbig for the Steelers. Herbig, a torn rotator cuff. Justin Fields outplayed Russell Wilson again. It just doesn't seem like that would be a hard choice. You go with a young guy who's, still on the improve. I don't know. We'll see. If anybody would just go with Russell Wilson and that veteran steadiness, you feel like it would be Mike Tomlin. All right, one of those free agents that's been lingering out there. You feel like it could help a team that comes late in camp, right? We talk about this very well. There'll be moves late in camp. We've seen the Falcons make a couple of those. One on the waiver wire with an all-pro safety. Now it's the Vikings and cornerback Stephon Gilmore agreeing to a one-year deal. Gilmore at one point, one of the best in the league. He's bounced around a bit the last couple. 1 year, $10 million, $7 million guaranteed from Minnesota with that deal. Rams say they're not concerned about Matthew Stafford's hamstring. He's been sitting out a little bit. Meanwhile, if you're the Dolphins, it's Tyreek Hill's hamstring that you need to just put on notice as he continues to barb with arguably the fastest man in the world, Noah Lyles, the Olympic gold medalist. I mean, I got news for Tyreek Hill. I mean, you're fast, bro, and you're a hell of a player. You're not beating the Olympic champion in the 100-meter. I'm sorry. So, yeah, maybe let's just... Hey, can't these team sport athletes, these dominant trillionaires, just let the Olympic guys get their glory, man? I guess Lyles runs it back a little bit, too. So that's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hicken Arrival, more come your way next. The Fix brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin and the Jewelton Creek Golf Club.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, gang, get here for Zero Res. You know how hot it is outside. Many of us stay inside, go to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking. We like to call that LVP. Tile and grout, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Right now, hottest price of the year. 25% off all hard floor cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
He played for Jimmy Johnson, Bill Cowher, and Tom Coughlin.
Learn from the past, but do not live in the past.
And he's sharing the best stories with you.
And that's now.
Leon Searcy.
2 to 4.
On XL Prime Time.
On 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's right, I said friends. They're a great group of guys. Shane's dad started the company. Shane, his guys, taking care of people who live here. People like me, and we use Lockhart Construction a bunch of times. They become friends of the family, man. They do such good work. And they're fast, they're friendly, they're affordable, they're clean, they're on time. There was a Saturday morning, I went over to my son's house. They were out there finishing up a job because they wanted to get it done. That's how they work. So if you have I say their family gives your family a better living experience. There's no doubt about it. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. I couldn't recommend them any more than I'm doing with you guys right now. If you have a construction need, a remodel thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explain the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs. But they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man. Spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reese Plumbing,
where quality and experience count. The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Of course, Roland Reese Plumbing has awards from Folio Weekly and the Bold City's Best. Now, Roland Reese is also confirmed as the Google Guaranteed Plumbing Service. Because when you do plumbing right, the word gets around. That's Roland Reese Plumbing.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Here's Ben and John Lupo, owners of Beards Diamonds.
It's funny, my dad has sold people engagement rings, and now I'm selling their kids engagement rings and anniversary gifts and birthday gifts.
We're blessed with the relationships we've built over the years.
Check out our full inventory at beardsdiamonds.com.
Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by U.S. Parks. FSU will be missing offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Alex Atkins due to a 3-game suspension in January as part of his punishment for an NIL-related recruiting violation. Head coach Mike Norville shared his thoughts.
Alex, he will not be available there on game day. Alex has done a wonderful job and continues to do a great job.
ESPN and SEC reporter Laura Rutledge will be in Gainesville for the Gators' opening game against Miami and commented on the pressure for both teams.
There's also so much pressure on both of these teams. I'm not going to say it's must win because that's crazy, but I think they're going to be a lot better than they were last season.
Florida's 2025 recruiting class improved on Friday after cornerback Ben Hanks Jr. committed to the Gators and was considered a priority target at his position for Florida. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
80 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Oh! I call it Vindication Saturday. Payback for last Christmas. Taking apart another playoff team. The march to perfection in the preseason culminates this Friday in the ATL as the Jags and degenerate Danny get rich with that minus 3.5.
Triple it up because this week's an easy cover. The Falcons are playing, I think, like Drew at quarterback. I mean, they're putting out ads like high schoolers.
Are they?
They're not playing any of their guys. They're not going to play Penix again this week.
Great. He's ready.
Right.
That's so dumb.
I don't understand these coaches all of a sudden. It's like you almost like karmically.
Week 2 really pretty much across the board. There were only a few exceptions, but week 2 has become the last week of the preseason. I generally consider and think it's because a lot of these games are Thursday, Friday, and then you have 16, 17 days until you play again, and I don't want them not playing for 23, 24 days, right? So I think that's what's happened here. At least that's Doug Peterson's plan. But in perusing and watching the NFL this weekend, we had 23 guys, I think, who are contributors, big-time contributors.
By the way,
who didn't even dress.
That's the whole starting lineup.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you only have 22.
You don't want to be like
a couple of linemen, maybe.
If you're Roy Robertson Harris, you're looking around going, why am I playing?
I wonder. I was gonna ask Tony that if you are a veteran and you look up in third quarter. I mean,
there were a lot of positives from the game Friday, but the one negative that the positives, it's
the line, man. It's the line just keeps screaming at us. It'll be interesting to get
backup O-line. So
it's the whole line, it's the whole way, every level.
Where are the guys that you can trust when inevitably one of our 5 goes down? Because history tells us inevitably not all 5 play all 17 games.
I think the problem is that every step along the way that we've been asked to remeasure our offensive line, it's to our amateur eyes, it's come up short. I mean, when they first started putting on the pads among each other, the offensive line wasn't playing great. Then you had the Bucs workout, right? Oh, that's Vita Vea. He's one of the best in the league when they had 6 sacks. And you think, the Chiefs had 4 or 5 sacks.
Yeah.
And then this week, if there was one area you were going to nitpick, it was going to be the offensive line. The stuff rate and the pass protection, and they give up another 5 sacks the other night. And it doesn't matter if it's 1v1s, 1v2s, 2v2s. It seems like our O-line gets beat. And so it'll be interesting to see if I have a feeling we're slightly over-exaggerating, right? We don't see the finished product that we're going to see, but I don't.
I would really.
I'm nervous. It doesn't look like a playoff contending offensive line.
I would really, really peruse the waiver wire, and even if there's a guy out there who's unhappy somewhere and we think he's a good player, upgrade that line.
I'm down.
I think you have. Yeah, they got. Some guy. Ramirez had 3 sacks for the Bucs. I don't know these Bucs guys. They were all their backups too. Let's not forget that.
Exactly. There's no Mike Evans out there running around. The D wasn't shutting down.
Yeah. So anyway,
the frontliners.
It was a bit concerning. On this program, we're not a big Jeff. Who's your final 53? We don't really do that because, quite frankly, we don't.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because 36 to 53 don't matter. That's why. They just don't matter. Yeah.
But I did see something that made me make our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day today. It's our Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. Right now, take advantage of a 2.99 year one rate. 2.99. I said it. That's because of Dreamfinders Homes. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. But What backup receiver would you like to see make the Jags roster? I gave you 4 choices. There are more, but I picked 4. And these are the 4 I picked. I picked Tim Jones. I picked Elijah Cooks. I picked Austin Trammell. And I picked Denzel Mims. Those were the 4. Now, this is the 6th receiver. And this is also keeping in mind, like, their decision will be based more so on special teams.
Almost exclusively on special teams.
So you have to, if you want to. But
I mean, it'll be Tim Jones. I mean, he's at least as far as who they consider to be their best special teams player.
And maybe they keep 7. I don't know. I
wouldn't keep any of the. Why? Not me. I'm not. The
Trammell kid looked good. He bet 4 catches for 75 yards.
And it seems like every team has that little receiver.
I like that. And he fielded punts.
Everything. Listen, he would be. Who are you not keeping? That's the problem,
right?
Unless you keep 7.
Yeah.
I'm sure a couple of these guys are going to try and get stashed on the practice squad.
I think the ship has sailed on Elijah Cooks. We've seen enough of him for 2 years. He played a bunch last year. Had 3 catches during the regular season.
That was a bad drop for him the other day.
A bad drop.
And that's a guy who's competing for a roster spot, and he's just, if you guys missed, he's coming right across the middle. It's like a 3rd down conversion, and Mac put it right on him, man.
Brevin Easton caught the touchdown, but I haven't seen much from him either. So
there's always, again, this is why.
Seth Williams is another guy who's been around for a couple years. Although it wasn't him who he tweeted yesterday because the broadcast booth said Seth Williams fumbled and then he circled himself on the sideline.
I don't want that. They don't want that smoke.
That ain't me, bro.
Yeah. No, that was.
Yeah.
Who did that end up being?
Whoever 19 was. Cephas.
Yeah, Cephas.
Yeah.
And Cephas.
That's another one.
Cephas is this year's training camp gold that you get in week 1. This guy's flashing, this guy's flying around, then you get to it, and
Or I hate to say it, but somewhat media created.
100%. Well, those are the ones that are reporting. Yeah.
But anyway, that's our Dream Finders question. Poll question. You can vote at Dan Hicken on social media. And again, take advantage of a 2.99 year 1 rate. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Move now, literally. Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. It's out there. Mac Jones will be the backup. That competition is over.
Yeah, he looks sharp.
He's what he did in my world is I ask myself one question when I look at the backup. Can he win us a couple games if the quarterback is nicked up? And the answer for Mac Jones, I believe, is yes.
Well, Mac Jones has proven that he can win double-digit games with a good team.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a rookie, he's way further along in experience and successful experience.
Right.
Then, that's going to end up being now, look, in a perfect world, you never use him. But if you do, it should be one of the best backups in the league.
Tyler Lacey had another sack. Breland Speaks had another sack.
This Odamehu cat's got 3 in 2 games.
Okay, he had a sack. Gaziano ended the game with a sack.
That's the new one.
They like Miles Cole. So we'll see. I mean, they got D-line. They'll have some decisions to make now. All these guys, I don't know. Who knows? Again, special teams, et cetera, how they play, how they perform. Factors in. So
who's the most famous made the team based on preseason second half performances? Like there's one guy to me that jumps out.
Alan Hearns.
That's a good one. I was thinking Spicer. Spicer was like unheard. It was a nothing in practice and then he went in that preseason and he had 4 or 5 sacks in the 4 preseason games, getting him all in the second half, and he made the roster.
Yeah.
And then ultimately became a contributing player for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's what Odamehu is, but I mean, one guy's got 3 sacks in 2 games. I mean, I'm giving him a deeper look.
Yeah, I could see that. I guess who else? Corey Grant was another guy who made the team. There's been a few, but the Jags usually get, most teams usually keep one or 2 a year, right? Just looking at this.
What are you looking at? Undrafted?
Yeah.
I think Grant was drafted, wasn't he? 5th rounder?
Was he? I don't think so.
A little running back, you mean?
Corey Grant, yeah.
I think he's a late rounder.
Keelan Cole was another guy. Remember Keelan Cole got deep? Remember's like, who's this guy? And then a guy I saw last night playing for the Saints. We'll talk about a quick ascension. James Robinson. He just didn't last long. Now he's bopping around.
Oh, is he back in the league?
Yeah. Playing for the Saints. James Robinson never he's bopped around, man. Jets, Packers, a few other teams, I think.
That knee, right?
Yeah. I guess that was a pretty severe injury. I mean, he never got the bank, and he never really.
Yeah, after he left here, they said that knee is no good.
Yeah.
And you can see that he's bounced around.
Yeah. So anyway, I would suspect that. But all in all, a good week for the Jags. I thought they got a lot of good work in with the joint practices. They got the Bucs. They got a win. Beautiful night at the bank, man. It was so much better than week
no humidity.
Previous.
It said,
it's great,
40% or something. That was crazy.
It was.
It feels the temperature when it does that.
And the AC was working in the press box, so I was happy.
Nice.
I wasn't real pleased with the food selection.
Oh, no.
It has some seafood stuff cooking there.
You don't like seafood.
I had to dive into the candy, which isn't good, but nonetheless, I had to get through
Not nutritious at all, but
you get a little. I got to be honest.
What kind of candy
man.
were you into? What were the candy selections this week in the old
I
PD?
had a couple malted milk balls.
I don't like those.
And then I
Whoppers,
had
I think they call those
Whoppers. That's what they are.
Where were these located? What is this new?
Across from the ice cream. They've got this
they've gone
section.
candy now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I needed some.
Keep us all sugared up.
Well, I'll be honest with you, man.
You're tired.
I was tired.
You're sleepy.
You're an old man. I had a long Saturday.
Yeah.
I had to stay sharp. I had to do TV after the game.
You had broadcast obligations.
Some
of us got to sit in the AC and watch it on the 60-incher.
But yeah, so I did. I got through it. Some back and forth with some of the boys on the text line to keep me solid, keep me fresh.
On the text line or on your Twitter?
On text. I twittered. I
oh,
tweeted,
you mean talking about you don't
boys,
not the 1010 text?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I got you.
No.
Group texting. You're
group texting and
I like
such.
to see you engaged like that.
You stay engaged. It helps you get through. That second half is a rough one, man.
That's brutal.
That was a rough one.
Yeah.
I saw poor Johnny Boy Wolford take a shot at the end. Oof, man, I'm like, Johnny, is it worth it?
It's funny, how your kids always stick to something. We all stick to something. We all did something. Like if you played sports your whole life, either at the Little League or the high school, at some level you did something that stands out, right? For me, the only home run I hit over the fence in high school came off Eduardo Perez, who went on to play in the majors.
Right.
Like there's something like that.
Right.
And so one of my sons, and my boys had far from like long, prodigious football careers, but in Pop Warner, sacked Johnny Wolford.
Yes.
They're the same age.
Yes. Love Johnny.
One of my buddies from college, because Madison Bumgarner's from North Carolina, and he's like, I fouled a ball off against Madison Bumgarner in high school. I got a piece.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot to do today. It's Hall of Fame Monday, right? We got Tony. Tony's out west, but he's coming up. Is he next?
He's supposed. I didn't know he's out west. He's gonna be up at 4
I talked to
o'clock.
him.
Okay.
He said he wanted to do it. I said, you want to do it at 9:30? He said, no, I want to do it. So we got Big Bo coming up. We got Fred Taylor coming up.
Yeah.
So
we have Jim Furyk today to preview the Furyk Constellation Furyk and Friends, a Champions Tour event at Timuquana. So Jim will join us via the phone in about an hour. We'll do that in between Tony and Fred. And speaking of Hall of Famers.
Yes, and very happy for Hideki. I was the only one probably rooting for Hideki.
That's a painful weekend. It hit me late. I didn't even realize I was so grinding on Scheffler v. Schauffele.
Yes, I needed. Boy, he was losing it, and I looked up, and all of a sudden he's tied with Schauffele, and they rattled him a little bit when they went up to him with his rules thing somewhere around 13, and all of a sudden he went 4 over for 4 holes.
Well, I just don't know. And the part of me was like, I knew, like, it always happens with that last pick. A few names get thrown out, right? And so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, maybe we talked about Hideki and he didn't take him because he wasn't going to have his caddy or his manager because they got robbed.
No, that happened after, and I was like, oh, figures.
Oh, it did happen after.
Yes.
Okay, I wish that had happened before. You would have taken. Then you probably would have taken Hovland and gotten that. But that $3.5 million.
That's a good one.
Oh,
let's see what happens. 1 week to go.
Now, thank goodness, I at least had a couple of guys around the top 10 so that I didn't,
you're not eliminated.
Lose $3.5 million total.
Right.
I probably lost net 2. I was probably up 5. I got a chance, but I it's all isn't it appropriate? It's gonna all come down to Scotty Scheffler. The whole season has.
Yeah, it is. So let's do that. We'll come back. Tony's next, right here on The Drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The Duval Minute wants to give a shout-out to Mac Jones, drafted 15th overall back in 2021 by the New England Patriots. Remember, he led the Patriots to the playoffs and was a Pro Bowl alternate in his first year, his rookie season, and everybody thought, my gosh, they've done it again. And then They went different with the coaching staff. They had defensive guys on the offensive side. Things kind of went sideways with Mac, and he ended up getting traded to the Jags and getting to come home. And he is having the time of his life, man. He's fun. He's enjoying himself, and he's got a good grip on the offense, and he's earned the backup job, I think. We'll find out from Doug Peterson today. But Mac Jones doing a good job for the Jaguars as the backup quarterback. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power. Gang, summer is here and the job market is hot, and Lift Power is looking for experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Benefits include, listen closely, 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Offers too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. Gang, we call that stability. They're family-owned and operated. They want you to be part of that family. Don't let a great opportunity slip by. All you got to do, go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle.
Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe here with your daily reminder to get on Tropic Time. Take 10. Sip a refreshing smoothie and manifest that you're a Cabana side. Slade hot yoga? Treat yourself. Crushed back-to-back meetings? Get that me time. Adulted a little extra today? You deserve a vacay. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And look who's back and causing a stir. Our refreshing Island Punch, Mango Berry Cosmo, and Watermelon Mojito mocktail smoothies are here for a limited time.
This is the sound of real people across Florida betting on sports. It's the sound of winning your bet, only on Hard Rock Bet. And if your first bet doesn't win, you get up to $100 back to try again. Hard Rock Bet is Florida's only legal sports book. Your home for betting hoops for any sport you choose. Download Hard Rock Bet now and get 2 shots at your first bet. Win, or you'll get up to $100 back as a bonus bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to play. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Winning is more than fun. 1010XL.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Suites is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and the long, lazy, and hot days of summer are in full swing. There's nothing quite like it, unless you can enjoy summer worrying that your AC will break down. So do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services. Book your tune-up with Fenwick's expert technicians to avoid those costly summer breakdowns. You can trust Fenwick to get your AC running again and get it done right the first time. Day or night, 24/7, Fenwick Home Services is here to keep your family cool and comfortable all year long. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. It's Hall of Fame Monday with Tony Boselli. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida. Hall of Fame Quality Roofing Solutions.
Oh, yeah, PFHOF number 355, number
sir.
71 in your program, number 1 in your hearts, Don Anthony Boselli Jr., all the way from the Hotel California.
Commitment.
No, you know what happened, Hick?
What?
Flight issue last night.
Oh, so you're here.
What a bummer.
I'm
Well, good. That means you'll be wide awake and focused.
Darn.
I got it. It's too long of a story. But
Okay.
It was what a mess. Like, just a mess.
Tony, before we get specific, just if you had to, are the Jaguars right now, based on your thoughts of them going into training camp, have they been the better, the same, worse? Is that even a fair parameter to put on the preseason? Just your thoughts on these first 2 weeks, and if they contrast at all with what you thought when things started. What's caught your eye from that standpoint?
It's a good question. It's hard to say, Jeff, because the way preseason and camp goes, I think they look. I'm going to say status quo.
Okay.
What I thought.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Because to me, it's so hard with the way preseason is played and camp is done, the limited reps. I don't think you really know who you are till the end of September. Because, you don't get the reps. You don't get the time. I mean, and so I think it's hard. I think it's hard to prepare. I think it's hard to evaluate. And I think we get fooled all the time. Not here. I mean, in the NFL in general. And I think you kind of – I think the way the NFL – kind of how I look at the NFL season is like, all right, let's – first few weeks, find out who you are, and then you start playing the game about positioning and try to stay healthy, and then you find out who's really who can get it done in December, January. I mean, as far as, I think what's always been true in the NFL – is you really find out about a team and kind of who are the teams that are for real, and it counts coming, late November, December.
Right.
It's always been like that.
We tend to, as fans and media, note guys who are having, quote, a great camp. As a player, did any of your peers earn your respect or your value of them as a football player based on what you saw them do in practice? Or is that strictly how they perform when the lights are on? You know what I mean? I mean, I if you're having a good camp, it means you're practicing good, or does it mean you're a better player? Or
well, I think it's both. I think it's actually both because you did earn respect.
Okay.
In practice for the type of how you approached it. Were you prepared? How hard you practiced? Were you a pro? One of the guys I got the most respect for that I ever played with was Keenan McCardell.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody who prepared and practiced and loved football and it was tough, and approached every day like a pro, like Keenan McCardell. I mean, he was fun to watch as a player. Obviously, everyone loved him as a player, but he prepared, and it was so important to him. And so that, I think, for me at least, I respected guys that did that. And then as far as, respect as a player, I mean,
I guess from a playmaking standpoint, did it impress you if a guy made a play in practice? You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, you were on. You could see things like there were things, there's throughout his whole career there'd be practices Fred would make someone look so stupid on the field, in the secondary especially. I mean, he'd like make a cut or linebackers be falling over on themselves. Obviously, the skill guys, yeah. And then I'll say this, guys like Tony Brackens, like you knew early in camp, I'm like, okay, this dude can play. Like he can play. However, there's also guys who can do it on the practice field that can't translate it to when it counts. For whatever reason.
Right.
And we've all seen that. And that's why I say, I mean, even like you get a good sense. Like I always said, we talked about this for years. Like it's all about it. It's a building block. You get into OTAs, you start lifting, then you get on the field, you kind of evaluate, you kind of see some things, you get a sense. Then you get into training camp, no pads, okay. We're acclimating. Now you got full pads. Now you can do another evaluation. You see more. You understand who that player is, who we are as a team. Preseason tells you a little bit more because now you're doing it against someone else. But you really don't know until opening day and back when I played 16, but those 17 games are in front of you. Now you go prove who you are as a team.
I want to dive into the offensive line play a little bit. There were a lot of positives for the Jags on Saturday night. That was not one of them, in my opinion, but I want to get it from you because I don't know, and I want to ask you about a specific play, but I'm not confident that I'm looking for we know inevitably, Tony, the starting five are not going to start all 17 games. So I know I got Walker Little, but and again, what else do I have back there? I didn't see a whole lot on Saturday to give me we'll be fine because this guy looks like he's ready. Talk to me a little bit about that, and then I want to ask you about a specific play because I've seen it, and I don't know. It looks silly, but it might have been what his job was, so I want to ask you about that. But first, tell me about...
Oh, I know. Zach. Oh, my gosh.
Whirlybird.
Was that bad?
Let me just say this.
Okay.
I'm so glad that the internet and X was not alive more. Because you could take clips of anything.
I know. That's why I'm trying to couch it before I get to it. But
Let's cut
to the chase.
Tell folks what you're talking about.
Okay, so there's a play. It was
Luke Fortner.
Go ahead.
Luke Fortner on late in the game. It's a 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak, Mac Jones.
Right.
Mac Jones easily gets it.
Right.
It's there's a shaded guy to his Luke Fortner's left. When I mean, kind of in between him and the left guard, and there's a guy head up on the guard.
Right.
When it is quarterback sneak, everyone wedges, kind of goes. You're responsible for your inside gap, towards the center, and all you're trying to do is get that 1 yard.
Right.
Of the quarterback. Luke Fortner comes off the ball. Which I'll say this, he came off low because what happened last year, he played high. And he basically just whiffs on anybody and goes right through and falls on the ground.
Right.
And everyone's just killing
Well, I almost thought, Tone, that maybe that because, look, there's nobody there, so just fall down, get out of the way, and let Mac fall over you.
No. So I think it's overblown. I would make one judgment.
Okay.
On Luke Fortner based on that play.
Okay, that's why I asked you.
Now, do I think he could have done? Could he taken one step to the left? Usually the center is going to go wedge on the closest nearest technique.
Right.
Yeah, I think he could have taken a better step, and it wouldn't have looked as silly.
Right.
But that's he's firing off. He's it happens. I wouldn't it means it's a nothing. I saw that it was funny.
Right.
I laughed.
Right.
But there's zero you're not going to make a judgment on who Luke Fortner is based on that play. It has no relevance to any evaluation of him as a player.
That's why I asked you. But now overall.
However, if anyone ever throws a grenade onto the field, we got our guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I saw the two guards hit guys, and then there was nobody hitting them.
Cover! And
he kind of just.
Well, he was uncovered. He should have worked a little bit to the left. But
make some contact of some sort, rub shoulders, so to speak.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
All right.
Okay. Offensive line.
Yes, sir.
What's my feeling overall? Dan, you and I talked about it in the press box. Jeff, I saw your name tag. Where were you?
Front row HD Stadium, 60-inch view. It's fantastic. AC was blowing.
Oh, we had the AC working.
Wine was pouring.
We did have the AC
beautiful.
working.
Beautiful night with the wife, Tony. Oh, you would have loved it.
We had AC.
Wish I could have had you over.
Never.
Would have been fantastic.
I'm glad you.
You like grandkids? You like grandkids? Tony could have bounced one of those for a round. We could have played some couch football. Things were great.
Okay, good. I was just curious. I was
That's
worried
it.
about
There's
you.
your answer.
There's one major professional.
That's right. I'm a regular season guy, Tony. How many preseasons we got to go through this? All right. Doug sat me. Doug sat me. He wants to be ready for the Browns game.
Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Back to as Dan, you and I talked in the press box.
Yes.
We were doing our job.
That's correct.
On Saturday night.
So was I, friend.
Okay. That's enough of that.
Oh,
So we talked about it at the end of last season as we wrapped up the show. And what was the one thing I said is
yes,
this team needs to be more physical and we need to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. I
Yes.
thought that was an emphasis in the offseason.
Paramount.
You were so fired up, you had to go cool off for about 6 months.
I had to take 6 months off because I was some. And if you look at, let's start the defensive side of the ball. We'll get to the offense. I know line of the question. They added Eric Armstead now. We haven't seen him yet. Older guy coming off an injury, but heck of a player.
Right.
Mason Smith, second-round pick, early in camp at least. And early, thoughts are big, physical, tough guy. So they tried to add some pieces on that side.
Right.
On the offensive line, they added one piece.
Right.
They had Mitch Morris, veteran offensive lineman, to replace Luke Fortner. And basically they said, we feel like we were good enough across the board. All we need is new center.
Right.
And so we're going to see. We'll see if that's right or wrong. So I'm still concerned with the fact that we've already had some injuries. And so Ezra Cleveland, he played last night. He did not look healthy all week, just watching on the field. But he did play not last night. He played Saturday night. And so that was good. Anton Harrison got some reps too. I think Anton Harrison is probably your best offensive line, especially when it comes to pass blocking right now.
Okay.
But I think it's a big question still.
Yeah.
Because, I don't think they had a great day against Tampa on the Wednesday, full pads.
Right.
That's okay. I mean, we all have had, bad days can happen. So, but this is a group that we're all going to be watching very closely. And it's an older, you got some older guys, your center and right guard are older on the back end of their career.
Right.
And so you bring up the question, what's the depth look like, if injuries happen? Well,
didn't look good.
Well, I think you have a very good swing tackle.
Okay.
And Walker Little, and that's better than most teams.
Okay.
It's hard to find offensive linemen.
Right.
I'm intrigued by Cooper Hodges.
Yeah.
I think Cooper Hodges has a chance to be a good starting caliber offensive lineman in this league. Now, he needs a lot more reps and time and everything, but he's a big physical. I think he's had a good camp. I thought he looked very good in the first preseason game. I thought, everyone's going to focus, and this is what happens.
On the sack, yeah.
On the one play. It's like
that was a bad play, but it
It
happens.
was a bad play.
Yeah.
He got his hand swiped. He got beat quick, and it's ugly. Okay, great. But he played probably 55, 60 snaps.
Okay, good.
Let's evaluate the entire game.
Okay.
And that's the danger of playing offensive line.
Sure.
You can play, if you have 60 snaps, you can have 59 great ones. If you have an ugly one like Cooper, that's all anyone remembers. So I'm a believer in Cooper Hodges. I think big physical. That's I think he has a chance to be good. Now, are you ready to roll him out as a starter if something happens right away? Well, you're going to have to, because I think he's your best guard.
Okay.
Or your best backup guard, and then I think Fortner's going to be the backup center. So it's your top 8 you're really concerned about.
Right. Have we seen anything from the Foster kid?
He played the other day, but I didn't.
Wildly inconsistent.
Okay. Okay.
That was kind of the word coming out, wasn't it? I mean,
Fourth
he can have
round
his
pick.
moments.
So, I mean, I just was curious.
But I will say this.
Mhm.
I think he has potential.
Yeah, I like that pick, where they took it, the
Yes,
value they could get.
I have no issues at all. I think he's got some length. His feet are good enough. I think he has a chance. Is he ready to go play right now? No. But he doesn't have to be. You already have, you have your swing tackle.
Tony.
So it's going to, but I'll say this, it's going to be interesting because I think, I don't know if they're going to be able to keep Blake Hance. And I think Blake Hance is a pretty good backup as well.
Okay.
And I think he can do, has a lot of flexibility. So it'll be interesting to see how many do they keep. 9? Do they keep 10? Because your 8, I think your 8 are done.
Okay.
Your 8 are, Hodges, Fortner, and Little with the starting 5. So that's 8.
Right.
I think they keep Foster. I don't think they're going to cut a 4th rounder who has potential. And is, has some measurables that you like and has put some stuff on film that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he struggled at times, especially as he got tired. I thought as he got tired in the game on Saturday night, his performance kind of got a little bit worse and became more inconsistent. But so that's 9.
Yeah.
So if you keep 9, then I don't think Hance has a place, and I think Hance will be he'll be on a 53-man roster somewhere. And so do they keep 10? Well, if you're going to keep 10 there, then now that impacts receiver, what you do at receiver or running back, or how many tight ends you keep. So, but overall, I think that's going to be the big story, guys, going into the season. Obviously, it's always about the quarterback and Trevor, and we'll talk about that ad nauseum.
Yeah.
But I think it's the offensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, how does this offensive line work?
I agree.
Now,
Same thing we said in the preseason, and it scares me because we've said that before in the past, and then it ended up playing out about different positions, different issues, different areas. Edge rushers.
And I think they've done some. Yeah, but I think they've done some things that'll try to help these guys. So if you watch during camp and watch the preseason game, they are in 3-point stances and are trying to play more physical, trying to come off the ball much better. They were mainly a 2-point stance almost every snap last year, more horizontal. So they're trying to do some things that give them some opportunities to be more physical in how they're calling how they are designing the run and how they're calling it. So we'll see. But that was my question, and this was the exact conversation we had Saturday night. All joking aside, it was what Dan and I did, Jeff. It was my question coming out of 23.
Yeah.
And it's my question going into 24.
That's fair.
I'm right in the same cab with you on that one. That's that, and hopefully it's a matter of getting guys, like you said, 60 plays in a row together cohesively, game plan. Look, the best players and the best units have their bad moments, right? I mean, the best quarterbacks in the league throw pick sixes. It happens.
We
So
all do. My goodness.
I just don't want it to be such a liability that it keeps you from being the contender that you could be. That would be a shame. But we'll see. We're a long way from there. Tony, we appreciate it. And
good stuff, Tone.
We'll talk to you next Monday. How's that sound?
Thank you, friend.
Sounds good, guys. Have a great week.
There you go. That's Breakfast with Boselli, the Hall of Famer. We got a little chat with Fred that we'll have coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. But we, right now, take a quick pause, come back, 10-minute drill, take you through some of the headlines and highlights of the sports world on the weekend that was. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Hey, I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. That's how they'll treat you when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. And just to back that up, congrats to George Moore Chevrolet. They won the Triple Crown is what I like to say. Best of Bold City winner. Yeah, best new car dealership, best used car dealership, best auto dealer service department. Best. That's pretty good. I got my boy Blue, my beautiful blue Silverado. But if you want a car, if you want an SUV, electric, pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got that as well. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, the best George Moore Chevrolet will help you out. MooreChevy.com. Real easy to navigate. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts. Never been more easy to use. It's George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together. Let's drive.
Hacker here with a new opportunity for you. The 20-pound summer slim down with Awaken 180 weight loss. Dropping 20 pounds before summer ends, cruising to your goal of 30, 40, 50-plus pounds down. It's simple. You take the last few weeks of summer, eating, drinking, enjoying the weather, but the difference? You're doing it with the 20-pound summer slim down. But you say, Hack, summer's almost over. Well, that's the point. The pounds melt off fast with Awaken 180. I dropped my first 20 in less time, and that easy 20 propelled me to reach my goal of losing over 85 pounds. Think about it. You're about to slide back into the same old fall routine with the same old mindset. Mix it up. Live up the rest of your summer while dropping the first 20. Then jump into fall with a whole new groove. Yeah, I said it, and you'll be saying it too in just a few weeks. 20-pound summer slim down with the solution for weight loss. Online, awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey sports fans, this is Hayes Carline from MyBookie. Are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at MyBookie.com and you're ready to rock. No matter who you're rooting for, there's no better way to experience the season than having action on the games. When you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of props like team win totals or early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship, and Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw a 10% return on their wager. These type of bets highlight why it's worth it to lay an investment before the season begins. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000 on that first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to start the season with house money. Don't ever miss out on the action. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere. Only with MyBookie.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
Wake up and smell the golf balls.
Brunch with the Tour.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Uphill putt for birdie. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A. Tuesday morning at 8:30 on 1010XL.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
Arabian dromedary. That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they? No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a Dandy, and do it today.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson saw improvement in the team's offensive line to back up the progress in the running game.
Offensive line did a nice job there, and that's what it takes in the run game.
After leaving the game and having to come back, Jag QB Mac Jones knows his role is to stay ready.
Said you always got to be ready, and that was a good example of, hey, you think you're out for a little bit, and then, hey, you're back in.
After seeing more action in the second preseason game, running back Tank Bigsby says he's ready.
I feel healthy. I feel good. Just ready to go. Like I told you last week, just ready to go, get going, and I feel great, though.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update, I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize bag. Gibby, what are we handing out today, sir?
Today, we've got a pair of tickets to see Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons at Florida Theater.
Frankie Valli's still
Like
alive.
90 years old, man.
Saturday, February 1st.
Wow.
Tickets on sale, floridatheater.com.
I don't want to put that drill jinx on Frankie. Come on, Frankie.
When is that?
February 1st.
February 1st. Buyer beware on those ticks, maybe?
Oh, boy.
I get an age on Frankie Valli?
90.
For real? Like you're serious?
Only because I recently saw some video of the guy's voice sounds great. He's still up there crooning, man.
okay.
So
All
God
right.
bless him.
Dave Campo, a big Frankie Valli
I
fan.
love Frankie Valli, man. I'm all about
yeah,
Frankie
I'm all
Valli.
for it. Just February's a long time
It
from
is a
now
long
for a
time.
90-year. It's a long time for us.
Well, another Gator scrimmage, another injury. That's kind of how it
Who
goes.
is it now?
It's Florida freshman wideout Tank Hawkins suffered, believed to be a relatively minor shoulder injury.
Yeah.
You know what those is?
He's
That
been
means
opening eyes down there.
That means you'll see him without a shoulder is what's going to happen. I hate those. The Gators are a little bit like my Metropolitans with injuries. Oh, it's nothing severe. We'll see you in August. I mean, Kodai Senga was shut down in spring training, and he's pitched 6 innings this year.
Must be the orange and blue.
It might be. I don't know. It just drives me nuts. But anyway, that's the Tank went down with an injury. I sent my spies over there.
To where?
To Florida, to Gainesville. I
gotcha.
needed some information, so I got some takeaways from a practice.
Okay. Yeah, this
is
is
not
the
a
boosters
scrimmage.
later.
This is a
Yeah.
practice.
Oh, this isn't Saturday scrimmage?
No. Drop balls. Mertz is the best player on the field.
That's a problem.
Ball looked really good. Another kid who's going to be playing a lot is this Spierto kid. The little receiver guy. He's on the field all the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slot receiver.
Yep. They like the.
He's our Austin Trammell, if you were.
Likes the safety from Washington.
Ace Turner.
Lags will be fine, but pretty much an RPO or quick rip. But if he's back there reading, it's gonna take time. So, and they also got Ben Hanks Jr. this weekend, so that was
From a recruiting standpoint,
yeah.
It's just all listen. We have been told and try and believe, and then we'll see when they play. I will say this is painful as it's been, and painfully mediocre as it's been. For the most part, game in, game out, it's not. They haven't been 3-9. There's not a game that Florida will kick off until late in the year where there's just they're overwhelmed,
right,
overmatched.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the year, to be honest with you, because it just could have very well won back-to-back games against top 10 teams. Now, so did South Carolina 2 years ago, and they're still South Carolina. So,
This joke has gotten old, but they took the team picture, and it's
more staff than players.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It really is incredible.
Could it be too much? I mean, does
1,
it bog you
2,
down?
3. I think there's 5 or 6 rows of staff, and that's.
They better not win. The school's going to go broke buying rings.
It's like 25 across. I mean, you got about 125
That's
people up
stupid.
there.
And by the way, it's time for this to go from noted to criticized. I'd like to criticize having that many staff members. That's not.
Yeah.
That can't help.
Well, that's how they do it now, I guess. I think that's how most teams do it. 73 and 51, 73 and 52, 73 and 52, 73 and 52, 72 and 52, 72 and 52. Those are the records of the best records in baseball right now from the 6 teams. Name the Phillies, Orioles, Dodgers, Yankees, Guardians, and Brewers.
Yeah,
that's incredible. It's like one game difference.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. I don't look at home field advantage in baseball being what it is in the other sports, but at the same time, oddly, I don't know if in its moment, if things get as tense and loud and stressful as they do with the home crowd at a baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, your team is on the road, and I'll just use Braves Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're on the road. You score a run in the first, and then they get a runner on, and the place is just going crazy. It just builds. It just fills you with dread if you're the opponent, or if you're the home team, it fills you with this. Yeah, we're going to make something happen, and
right.
That doesn't really show up until the postseason. It feels like.
What is F war?
A fielding war?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it?
I'm almost positive, but let me look up.
Just curious.
I think it's the fan graphs. They have their evaluation
It's
of
just
it.
a different type of war versus ESPN's or something. No, this is the F war is all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it. Batting, base running. Actually has a formula. Batting runs, base running runs, fielding runs, positional adjustment, league adjustment.
It's not fielding war. It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything. It's not fielding war. Yeah, there is a separate fielding war, isn't there? A defensive war?
I'm
almost
sure there
positive
probably is, but Francisco Lindor, National League leader in war, F war. Ahead of Shohei, ahead of Ellie De La Cruz, and Ketel Marte. So
this is where I come up with those stats for my team, and I'm happy and excited, and you look at me and say, well, that's silly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not silly that he leads, but it's, makes me wonder what war is.
He's been terrific this year.
For sure.
Absolutely.
There's nobody in the world that thinks he's been better than Ohtani except for F.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not denying his terrific year.
Just saying if the Mets make the playoffs, he should be an MVP. That's all I'm saying. FSU's put out its depth chart for week 1 and some things that stand out to me.
He's 10th, by the way, in ESPN, so I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know either. F war, though. Roydell Williams.
What was it good for?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. Lawrence Toafili are your 2 running backs.
Who did you say the first one was?
Roydell Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the transfer kids.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receivers, again, you'll get to know these guys, but Jaylen Brown, Ja'Kai Douglas, Malik Benson. Their offensive line has Richie Leonard as a starter, the
former Gator
turncoat from Florida.
Wow.
Yeah. And on defense, I know these guys, so that's why I would.
I don't know how these guys go from Florida to Florida State, FSU to Miami. I just don't know how they do it.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Patrick Payton, you know him. Joshua Farmer, Darrell Jackson Jr. Supposed to play last year, wasn't allowed to. Marvin Jones Jr. So that's your front 4. That's a pretty good group.
It's not our Darrell Jackson's kid, is it?
No, he's 6'5", 330. So
you never know.
Unless Darrell married,
big girl.
Yeah. What was it in the movie? What was Mama?
Big Mama.
Big Mama. Fentrell Cypress is back at one of the corners. So that's the side of the ball where I think Florida State's going to be really good while their offense grows, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. But that's their depth chart as they get ready for Georgia Tech on Saturday. We got ball. We're ready to roll. It's go time. So, and then one other.
It's all about the quarterback. You feel like if he's, a top 2 or 3 quarterback in the league, they're not going to lose many games because the rest will be fine. And nobody and it's a down year to me for quarterbacking in the ACC. Think about it. You got these 2 transfers to Florida State and Miami who may be ranked 1 and 2 in the power ratings of the conference.
Yeah,
never played a game at their schools.
Yeah, crazy. And it's really, it's funny about, and I've noticed this like the last couple years. And again, there's a couple reasons why. One of it is the transfer portal, kids moving around all the time. But the other is you don't see them in practice because they close practices and such. So, This Saturday, FSU fan will be watching, and they'll be like, who's that? Who's that? A week from Saturday, we'll be watching the Gators. Miami fans will be watching. Who's this kid? Where's that? What's his name? You're checking. Oh, he's the transfer from so-and-so. And you have to learn
game program games.
Yeah, you have to learn all over again who's whom,
That's
frankly.
fun. I'm looking forward to it. That's the kind of study that I can get into.
There you go.
So, football is here. Knowles Saturday, Gators the following week. Jags will wrap up the
Friday night.
And we have, they bill it as, fairways football and fun. Jim Furyk's Champions Tour event is returning to Timuquana this fall. And how many times has Jim Furyk went on tour? Seems like
my guess is 17, 18.
Yeah, I feel like it's 17. That's funny you said that number. Yeah. Shot 58 and 59 on tour and has been a gracious contributing member of the First Coast since he came here, and he and his wife Tabitha do so much.
29 professional wins, 17 on the tour, 1 on the European, 1 on the Sunshine, 1 on the Corn Ferry, 3 PGA Tour champions, 1 European senior, 7 others.
Yeah, is he 17. Actively playing? I don't watch much Champions golf of late. Is he playing Champions golf?
I don't know.
It's a question we'll ask him. I'm sure he'll play here, but we'll get the latest on this year's iteration of the Furyk and Friends event out at Timuquana. He joins us next. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback.
641-1010, the number to call. Gibby, tell them what they're going to win as we head to break.
You're going to get a pair of tickets to see Frankie Valli. Yes, that Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. He's, like we said, about 90, so that's a pretty cool treat. It's February 1st. It's a Saturday at Florida Theater. Tickets on sale now at floridatheater.com. We'll take caller number 2 right now for that pair of tickets, 641-1010.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Get your engine tuned up for Saturday night at Daytona.
Hey, boys, watch this.
NASCAR Coke Zero 400 at Daytona. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here from our friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. No, they don't really fix golf tees. We just want to have some fun around the game we all love. Golf Tee Repair is a Jacksonville company that makes affordable golf wear for Jacksonville dudes and ladies who love to play. You going to Dublin to see the Knowles? Have you seen their state golf shirt that they have? Oh, man, you want to get a hold on that. And right now, by the way, if you go to GolfTeeRepair.com and look at the apparel and enter the promo code TALLY20, you'll get 20% off that baby. And you'll be glad you did. You can also get a Florida shirt, Gainesville 20, and a promo code Athens 20 for the Georgia shirt as well, as we add up the numbers and see who's buying the most college football golf shirts heading into. You want to look different? You want to look cool? You want to be at that game? Yeah, GolfTeeRepair.com. That's GolfTeeRepair.com and order today.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com, then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
Get your athletes game day ready with Injury Care Centers. Kick off the upcoming sports season with their $69 Peak Performance Physical. It identifies strengths and weaknesses in muscles and body mechanics, tapping into the power of AI technology. Help your athlete run faster, throw harder, and jump higher at Injury Care Centers. Elevate their game from the inside out. Call Injury Care Centers today, 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Daytona, always
always brings the drama.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide.
Look how insane this is.
Gunning to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
It's the most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 23rd and 24th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Stevie Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Denny Thompson here. If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound & Security is a growing company looking for you now. Tyson is now hiring for sales, technician, and administrative positions. You'll start at the industry's most competitive pay, and they will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security hiring sales, technicians, and administrative. Call 762-1000. Equal opportunity employer.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by U.S. Parks. FSU will be missing offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Alex Atkins due to a 3-game suspension in January as part of his punishment for an NIL-related recruiting violation. Head coach Mike Norville shared his thoughts.
Alex, he will not be available there on game day. Alex has done a wonderful job and continues to do a great job.
ESPN and SEC reporter Laura Rutledge will be in Gainesville for the Gators' opening game against Miami and commented on the pressure for both teams.
There's also so much pressure on both of these teams. I'm not going to say it's must win because that's crazy, but I think they're going to be a lot better than they were last season.
Florida's 2025 recruiting class improved on Friday after cornerback Ben Hanks Jr. committed to the Gators and was considered a priority target at his position for Florida. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
79 degrees at 8:02 time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. It's 8:03. Good morning, Jacksonville, hanging out here on a Monday. We're going to talk to Fred Taylor a little bit later in the program, see how he's doing, see what he's got cooking, see what his thoughts are about the Jaguar victory, as the Jags have had some good things go on, man. I mean, Tank Bigsby had a lot of yards after contact the other day, which was nice to see. He didn't break a play, but He ran hard. He ran angry. And I thought it was impressive the way he performed out there on Saturday night. It really was kind of Mac Jones' night, though. Mac Jones sort of stole the show. And then
Parker Washington, just continue.
Yeah.
He looks like an NFL receiver. We're beyond flashing in a camp workout. This is a guy who every day you hear good things about. In both the games, he's come up with plays. One in the return game. That was a nice little grab he made.
I tell you what, Bo Nix won himself a job, huh?
I don't know if I can recall a player improving so much from from 2 years ago in college to now. I mean, that when he came in with Auburn to Gainesville, the Swamp, they were a top 5 or 10 team, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that who was it? Was it P. Ryan that got who got out wide in that play?
P. Ryan. I have the NFL power rankings. Players, coaches, execs on the hot seat, but we're 2 preseason weeks in, so if anything changed, where would we find our Jacksonville Jaguars?
Is this the ESPN version?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Are we getting hectic right now?
I don't know if Gibby knows how to get hectic, quite honestly. So it's
that's
not
fair.
on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. It's typically a Tuesday feature back in the day, but I would be curious if the ESPN has mistakenly, unless there's been a major injury for someone, if they've moved anybody based on the preseason.
Let's see.
I don't know what to tell you. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Let's take a peek. See.
Okay.
They've got Kansas City 1, post-draft ranking 1. So on the hot seat, Rashee Rice, given his offseason of legal troubles, wouldn't be a bad idea for Rice to have a big season. The Chiefs invested in a big way, adding Marquise Brown and Xavier Worthy. Brown injured his shoulder. Worthy's untested rookie, making a big season from Rice a necessity.
I guess so. Hot seat, just from the standpoint of he needs to produce. I don't know why he wouldn't. He caught 87 balls.
We've got a flip flop at 2 and 3, Jeff. We've got a flip flop.
I can see why.
Yeah, we got Baltimore moving up to 2 and San Fran dropping down to 3.
Baltimore has lost both games, I think.
Well,
or maybe they did. They beat Atlanta. San Francisco, Purdy finally played last night. He looked terrible, so I'm sure he's terrible now, and not the Brock Purdy who's been so good. And the Niners suddenly probably are, just an average team, not the great team we thought they were 2 weeks ago.
So Baltimore 2, San Francisco 3. Detroit stays at 4. Philly stays at 5. Houston at 6. Buffalo Bills move up 1 to number 7 from 8. And the Dolphins drop 1. The Bengals stay at 9. The Packers stay at 10. The Cowboys stay at 11. The Browns stay at 12. We've got another flip-flop, and it's not good news for our Jags as we go from 13 to 14, replaced by the L.A. Rams.
Well, sure. I mean, those 2 wins would naturally make you think they're not as good as we thought we were. Yeah, I don't understand.
Here's what
that
D-Rock says. Who's on the hot seat? Offensive coordinator Press Taylor. The offense regressed last season, especially in the run game, with Taylor as the team's full-time play caller. Injuries to receivers Zay Jones and Christian Kirk, Ezra Cleveland, Cam Robinson, Brandon Sheriff, and Trevor Lawrence played a big role in the struggles. Owner Shad Khan hinted that he would like to see Coach Doug Peterson call plays full-time, but will let Peterson make that decision. If Peterson sticks with Taylor, which I think we all think is going to happen, that decision will likely be scrutinized all season, and the heat on Taylor will continue to rise, which will also happen if they don't win. So
sounds like the hot seat will be as much on Peterson as Taylor
if he makes that decision. The Jets, a big jump.
I don't like my owner telling the coach who should call plays.
He didn't tell him. He said it's his decision.
Okay. That's if you're walking down the hall and you hear the owner of the radio station say, I really think Dan should say La Cucaracha tomorrow at 9. He's not telling you to say La Cucaracha tomorrow at 9, but I'm guessing you'd say La Cucaracha tomorrow at 9?
Well, maybe Doug Peterson's a little bit more...
got a little more Cucaracha in him.
Cucaracha in him. The Carolina Panthers remain in last place in the post-draft ranking, 32.
Yeah, that's believable.
Bryce Young is on the hot seat.
There's not a lot there.
Yeah.
I mean, just to rattle off the position, I mean, their best player may be the rookie, the running back from Texas. Oof. It's starting to feel as we end up camp that rather than that running back that the Jaguars took out of Texas, they should have gotten an interior offensive lineman. Maybe grab a couple more of those late in the draft process.
Yeah, because our
to get more bodies.
running back from Texas hasn't even appeared, has he?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And now with Washington's emergence, we've seen Bigby in the return. I mean, they say the running was just going to be return guy. He certainly is not needed in the backfield. D'Ernest Johnson could be in trouble.
Boy, I tell you what, if you're the fan of the New York Football Giants, you didn't exactly get a jolt of confidence about your quarterback. You're probably already thinking, all right, who are we picking with the first pick after Daniel Jones threw some horrific passes against Houston this weekend. Did you see those?
Yeah, I did.
That pick six was terrible.
Oh boy!
Yeah,
right to the guy.
that was a rookie looking play.
Oh,
that was a strange one to.
Yeah, that's one of those where when he meets the media afterwards, them eyes got even bigger, bug-eyed.
Yeah, 11 to 18, 138 yards, but the 2 picks, one of them a pick six, and if you're the Giants, you've got nothing
I think
behind
he had
him.
3 picks, didn't he?
2.
2?
Yeah, 2 picks.
Felt like 3.
Passer rating of 45.4. I think that about says it. It's hard to have a passer rating that low.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I noticed my Chicago Bears played good football.
Did they? That's fantastic. I noticed that Gardner Minshew got the Raiders job.
The chew. And nobody had to get hurt.
And that is one where he could actually keep it. It's not like you've got a hot shot first rounder that they're ultimately going to put in. If he can keep Aiden O'Connell on the bench, I'm sure the Raiders would be happy to leave him there. O'Connell was a 4th, 5th round pick? It's an indictment of the Raiders that they are where they are with this quarterback situation.
Well, it's a tough one, man, especially in that division. And
they could have taken. By the way, they could have taken Bo Nix.
Yeah,
he was there. They went Brock Bowers.
What number?
They picked.
Because Nix was
I think
11 or 12.
No, I think Nix was 13 and they picked 11. I think.
Okay,
but let me double check.
Double check on that. Only because I'm not positive, but if you feel confident about it, that's fine. Just to recap, Gardner Minshew started in Jacksonville, started in Philly, and started with the Colts, and now he'll start with Vegas. 4th different team in 5 years, and an incredible how he's kind of moved around, and his stats remain pretty good, Pros. He's got 59 touchdowns, only 24 picks. His career rating is 90.2. So had a 91 here, a 95 here, a 104 with a couple games in Philly, and 83. And then last year, 84.6. He threw 15 touchdowns, had 9 picks, threw for 3,300 yards, completed 62% of his passes for the Indianapolis Colts. Gardner Minshew, the Chew. We were talking last night at the TV station saying, remember, we all thought, he was perfect for Jacksonville, but he kind of fits in anywhere, doesn't he? Like, he's perfect in Vegas, isn't he?
He's every man.
Isn't he perfect in Vegas?
Yeah. They could not have he went 1 pick ahead.
Okay.
Shout out to ESPN, whoever their guy is this morning, he's getting it wrong.
Did you guys see
I heard that this morning.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I heard that this morning. The Raiders didn't trade down, did they? They weren't up and traded back to 13, did they?
Oh, boy. Now there's even more questions.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know why they would say that, because it's a big miss.
Did you see the story about the Raiders? Speaking of them, Josh McDaniels, the Raiders had a deal in place to get C.J. Stroud to trade up for him. The GM wanted him, and McDaniels overruled him and wanted Jimmy G.
Ouchie.
Instead.
Oh,
well,
that'll get you fired.
That's where I want a veteran, man.
I don't know how true that is, but that's the rumor out there that McDaniels overruled the GM who wanted C.J. Stroud.
That'll get you fired real quick.
Probably not what you want to hang on your resume.
Yeah, Jimmy G now, by the way, in L.A. for the Rams, serving a suspension. I always love to see these quarterbacks. Like, I was watching the Saints-Niners game last night at work, and my God, there's Josh Dobbs with the Niners.
He's everywhere, man. Golly, have helmet, we'll travel. That's crazy. All right, let's do this. We are Jim Furyk was scheduled for 8:15, but we'll go to break now and come back a little bit late. But we'll talk golf coming to the First Coast Champions Tour golf coming to the First Coast here in just about a month. So we'll get you caught up with one of the First Coast favorite adoptive sons. That's Jim Furyk and his Champions Tour event that's coming up here soon. Fred Taylor, bottom of the hour. 8:35, 8:40 for Fred as we just keep you loaded here. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Picture a man going on a journey beyond sight and sound.
Picture a journey with 1010XL.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children. Of course, you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matt is, but have you done your last will? It's a question that we want to ask you. Besides getting your assets to the people that you choose, planning will also help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions. Going to provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Remember that, the Hinson Law Firm. You got questions, reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Mia here. Get it all when you shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Just listen to this. Over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 100 pickups, over 50 luxury vehicles. That's over 600 vehicles, and they're all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get Arlington's 60-day exchange program and financing help from their Credit for Everyone program. Shop online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference. Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC. Visit boldcityac.com.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
Nothing like food and football and fun and great golf, all in one place, and a terrific host as well. It's the Constellation Furyk and Friends, and it's coming up in early October out at Timuquana.
You're here before you know it.
I know, man. That time flies. Let's bring in Jim Furyk, whose name is on the event and who's been so integral to so many efforts here on the First Coast. And first, Jim, we appreciate you. Give us, the latest on this evolution of a golf tournament that you started a few years back.
Yeah, we're excited. As you said, it's always the first week of October. All the proceeds go to local charities here in Northeast Florida, and over the last 3 years, we've been able to raise about $3.5 million for charity. So,
wow,
super excited. We get a great field, one of the biggest crowds we get on the Champions Tour, so we appreciate the fans coming out, and it's all due to some great corporate partnerships, not only from our title, Constellation Energy, Circle K is our presenting sponsor, but a lot of wonderful companies here in town that love to entertain their clients and allow us to kind of do our thing and run a great event and raise a lot of money for charity.
You know, you just said it, and it's just a number, but man, oh man, $3.5 million going back into Northeast Florida. That's a lot of cash. That helps a lot of different people, and congratulations to you and Tabitha for that, because I mean, sometimes that gets lost when you, $3.5 million. That's $3.5 million, folks. So anyway, I think that's great.
It's a lot of fun, a lot of hard work from our team, and it's I guess it's like cooking Thanksgiving dinner, right? Your mom spends the entire week getting it ready, and we all eat it in 15 minutes. It's kind of I'm really proud of that 1 week and be able to showcase Timuquana Country Club and our event.
What motivates you to give back, Jim? Like, not everyone does it. They don't just automatically take up these kinds of charges. And I know how side-by-side Tabitha is and how much she's a part of what y'all do as well. But just, what is it about, helping others? Because that's what it boils down to. And I'm just curious where that comes from. Or do you even know?
I think a lot of it's ingrained in our sport. I think Tabitha was an education major and wanted to give back. She traveled kind of the world with me throughout my career, and now that we've kind of settled down, kind of a way to give back to our community, and she's really dug in deep. But it has a lot to do with the PGA Tour and what our sport is all about. And we had a lot of the pros and a lot of the guys, my peers that I looked up to, had their own foundations, had their own charity golf tournaments. And it was something that we just always had on our radar and something that we wanted to do and give back. This is Tabitha's from Ohio and I'm from Pennsylvania, but we've been here on the First Coast since 1996. This is home and where our roots are and where we raised our children, and we just wanted to reach out and help our community.
How are things for you on the Champions Tour, Jim Furyk?
I have not been playing very well. If anyone's been paying attention, I've been struggling a little bit. And, trying to get over some injuries a little bit. My back's been bothering me, and I really haven't been playing that poorly. So I've been kind of trying to dig deep and get my game back to where I would like it to be. But we also, along with Constellation Furyk and Friends coming up, we have the President's Cup coming up as well. I'm the captain of the U.S. side, so I've been watching a lot of golf on TV and paying attention and watched the St. Jude Classic yesterday. And, my team is forming. We got one more week, and we have 6 automatic qualifiers, 2 more weeks. I get to make 6 captain's picks to round out our team. So we have two events right now just racing to the finish line.
Yeah.
You seem to have a personality befitting of a guy who would captain a U.S. team. Does it come natural for you? Is it fun?
I thought the President's Cup and the Ryder Cup were my 5 favorite events. I loved wearing the U.S. flag on my shirt, representing a team, representing our country, and it becomes bigger than just yourself, which is kind of what we do on a week in and week out basis. And I played team sports growing up, so I think that's a natural progression. But I think the captain's job is a little bit of a learn. To be a coach, to be a manager of a team, I think it's definitely a different skill set and something that you learn along the way. And I think I did that a little bit as maybe one of the veterans on that team and also kind of serving as an assistant and vice captain so many times. But you become a little bit more of a CEO or a manager of a group of about 50. It's not just the 12 players, and I think I've had to work at it, but it's a labor of love. It's something I really enjoy, and I mean, when I look back on my career, look back at some of the highlights, definitely those teams that I played on, and the friendships and the camaraderie, and kind of doing something as a group, and of course winning some of those events was just some of my greatest memories.
I kind of, along those lines, you talk about President's Cup and Ryder Cup, I kind of really enjoyed, and I didn't think I would ever, gravitate to it, but the Olympics and the golf were terrific on the men's and ladies' side. I enjoyed, and obviously we had a great leaderboard, but watching what the medals meant to those guys was really refreshing in
especially
your
in today's
sport.
climate.
Yeah. And I thought that was great.
Absolutely. And on the guys' side especially, I mean, what an exciting finish.
Oh, man.
My goodness. The medal race was all over the board. So I think that helps out a lot, and I think it's just that event in the Olympics is just going to continue to grow and have such a greater meaning.
All right, the last question, not the least, most important for Jim Furyk here, who will be hosting his golf tournament coming up October 4th to 6th. Russell Wilson or Justin Fields?
Oh, boy.
Now you're on the spot there, Chief. Now it gets important.
I think it's Russell's job to lose, right? Like, I think he's the veteran player, but the upside, the future is probably Fields. The younger guy with the legs. We'll see how it shakes out, but I don't see any way that week one Russell Wilson isn't the starter. I just believe, he's got to perform. He's got a guy right there breathing down his neck.
Yeah, for sure. Seems like that seems very Tomlin for it to be Wilson, especially out of the gates. Jim, we appreciate you, man. See you a little bit later this morning, and look forward to the event coming up.
Yeah, thanks for all you do.
October 4th to 6th. The Constellation Furyk and Friends presented by Circle K. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
There he goes.
The golf yesterday was just a terribly stunning, catastrophic, traumatic development.
Okay.
Well,
what was traumatic?
Well, I grinded all blanking year, and I grinded all weekend. Just basically, all right, he's got Scheffler, I got Schauffele. I didn't even, to be honest with you,
Schauffele was making a move yesterday.
Yeah, he made a move like he had won the set. They were even the first day, and then he fell a few behind Scheffler, and then they caught up, and then I think Schauffele finished ahead of Scheffler. He did by a shot. But I didn't even think about who our second is. In fact, I mistakenly thought who my second one was. That's how bad off I was. But then I'm watching, and I get to the very end, I'm like, why is Hideki-san like that? Hideki, why is that flashing in my head? Did Hicken take Hideki?
Oh.
And then I start thinking, I think somebody took Hideki. And then I'm like, well, hopefully it was the tour, mate. Because you never remember. And then, but by the time I came in today, I was fairly sure that, I think he took Hideki.
Yeah.
Which is just as bad as Scheffler winning.
Well, yeah.
For me.
Even better, because then it's like Scheffler was like bonus money.
Yes, you got all kinds of cash. So I don't know. We'll find out on the Brunch with the Tour tomorrow. Now, we'll have Brunch with the Tour the next week to preview the Tour Championship. But our, ability to play catch-up ends after this week.
We have one event left.
One event. And I'm going to be down about, between 1.5 and 2.
But the good news is you'll get Scotty.
And it's a high payer.
I almost thought it may not be bad. It was a little bit confusing, like if Jeff is still just a little ahead of me,
right?
I'll take my chances with Scheffler this week.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I wouldn't agree with that, but if you're down 1.5, that's different. I'd rather be ahead
Yes.
than be barely behind just to grab Scheffler.
Yeah.
But I got to think every time you lower that from 70 to 50, it just becomes more about him and whoever's playing good that week with him. It's what's so amazing about Scheffler is different guys flare up and have their 2 or 3 weeks, and it's him every week.
Yeah. Now, interestingly enough, what has happened in these playoffs, I think, and I could be wrong, but this is my interpretation of the playoff. Guys will win multiple times in the playoff run. Like, they get hot and they stay hot.
Hovland last year won 2 and almost won yesterday.
Rory, I think, has done it before. Yeah. And so I'm wondering
Billy Horschel?
Yeah.
Did it?
Right. So I'm wondering if Hideki-san may be ready
with him again?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good story for Hideki because they were robbed coming stateside from the Olympics. He didn't have his caddy.
Or his coach.
So
you know what he said? You know
what a pro, though. That shows you the difference between a veteran, steel-nerved pro and these choking dogs.
So I'm watching.
You don't lose 5-shot lead and then win the tournament. No one does.
I'm watching with interest and rooting for Hideki-san, and he's melting down. And he's made, I think he played 4 over through 4 holes, like on 13, 14, 15, and 16. He comes to 17. He rolls in a 28-foot bird to regain the lead. Hovland has a putt on 18 to tie. He misses it. But this annoyed me, and I don't know. Do you remember by any chance who was walking with Hideki-san? Was it Smiley?
I don't recall. I don't remember.
Well, somebody was walking with him. So Hideki-san comes to 18 now. Again, he's coming off a bird, but before that, he was really struggling. And he hits a shot, and he goes, oh, that's on a line that's dangerously close to the water.
Yeah.
What are you saying, bro? Yeah. Hey, it wasn't dangerously close. We had a good 20 yards there, man. We're in the fairway. We cut off a lot of it. It was 160 yards to the hole. He hits a great shot, rolls in the birdie putt, and wins by 2. Dangerously close made me nervous, Jeff Prosser. What am I hearing? That's dangerously close to the water.
I'm still unaware. I'm still unsure that you have Hideki-san at that point. So I just wanted to go in the water because I want to get my guy into the playoff,
which is Schauffele,
so I could get the 3.6, and then I would be gold. Like if you didn't have, as it turns out, even if I make the playoff, because you also had Hideki-san, there wasn't going to be a big move,
right? Which then I wondered, would that be better off? Because like if Jeff's like $5 ahead of me,
right now that I would take, but
then
I don't.
Maybe I get Scotty still, then that's fine with me.
Well, I'll take Scotty at Castle Rock and hope that I get that 3.6, and then hope that it's enough.
Yeah.
I think I've said it before, and I don't give a darn what anyone says. We should have cut a deal long ago when he stopped making his picks.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
We didn't make it.
The whole idea is to put him like there to be subjected to the wheel every now and then, and he hadn't played in 2 months.
It's terrible.
Gibby wasn't going to have to spin it. That was never happening.
No.
Tour can't spin it. Just us two jackasses over something we're not even passionate about.
Well, when we start the Friday 5-pack, we'll just have a bet. We won't have the wheel. It'll be something between us.
Well, it could be a punishment even.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm looking for.
100%.
But this,
All right, we'll take a break. We got Freddie T on deck. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
All right, friends. Hicken here. I want to talk skin. I want to talk about Beaches Dermatology, the best caregivers of skin in the land. Doctors Boudreaux and Metz have been taking care of yours truly for decades and done a terrific job. So I've had the Mohs surgery. Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery for those guys, and they all do a great job. But listen, to prevent that, when you're outside, man, take care of your skin. You know what? Put on the sunscreen. Wear a floppy hat. Put on a long sleeve dry fit. Protect your skin if you're going golfing. If you're going to the beach, if you're going fishing, if you're going to watch your kid play baseball, if you're out there, take care of your skin. Now, if you have a concern, the best in the business, you go to Beaches Dermatology. That's where you go to get checked out. Any concerns, give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Right now, they're on their way to ruin your day. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. And if you're not prepared, you will suffer. Yes, it's that time of the year. Heat and humidity are attacking North Florida. But help is at hand. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air Conditioning. Mike Merritt has a license to chill and lets you maintain your comfort zone at a bargain price. How? Mike Merritt stands ready to help, routine or emergencies. And Mike Merritt knows emergencies can happen at any time. So with Mike, there's never any overtime charges. And Mike's team works without commissions. Merritt will never try to sell you parts you don't need. You can't trust just anyone with a truck. Call Mike Merritt, the company North Florida has trusted for 35 years. Call today. License number CAC 050384.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about the importance of cutting a diamond properly and how it relates back to beauty and value. But how do you judge the color of a diamond?
Frank, that's an important question when it comes to diamonds. You see, a man or a woman really have no color memory. Now, you can remember basic colors like blue or red, but considering we can see thousands of slight variations of the same color, you have to have a master color to relate these two. Anybody that's ever tried to match a paint color on a wall knows exactly what I'm talking about. So we judge the color of diamonds using a set of certified master diamonds from the American Gem Society. This is the only way you can really make an accurate call on the grade because these slight variations in color from colorless to very slight yellow have huge price differences.
That's at Underwood's, where diamonds are graded accurately in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey, poker players! The Card Player Poker Tour is happening now at Best Bet Jacksonville through August 26th. From event number one's $400 buy-in with a $100,000 guarantee to the $1,700 no-limit hold'em mystery bounty main event with a $300,000 guaranteed prize pool, the tournament is packed with excitement and winnings. Head to bestbetjacks.com for the full schedule and satellite information. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Training camp is about the basics.
Focus on the fundamentals.
Every time something you need to know happens at training camp, you'll hear about it on 1010XL. Brought to you by Kingfish Pest Control and Roland Reach Plumbing.
Have a group trip or company function soon? Mark Watson here with Hardball Creative. Get busy ordering the t-shirts and other swag you'll need. It's easy with Hardball.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great Gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light, or a Natty, or an Ultra, maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers, or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local Gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World.
Simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Head coach Doug Peterson was upbeat about running back Tank Bigsby in the second preseason game.
Yeah, I think Tank is really improving. He did a nice job again. He ran tough, took care of the football. He's done some really good things.
Jag QB Mac Jones seems to take in stride his first win as a member of the team.
Just got to keep carrying that momentum, and it's a one-week season. Everyone always says that. In the preseason, too, you got to stack good days and move on to the next games.
The signing of Mac Jones for the Jaguars is already paying dividends, especially when C.J. Beathard went down in the second preseason game. His new head coach likes Mac's approach.
He loves playing. He loves playing the game. He did some great things tonight and helped us win this game.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm on 1010XL.
You know, if you're a quarterback, how cool it would be to have a running back like Fred Taylor in the backfield.
Yeah, it'd be more than cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
be
hand it to
valuable.
him.
Be a lot of stuff.
I would like to throw it to him because then, Fred, I would like you to go 80 yards.
So that
like you did
stats.
against Baltimore.
Yeah,
and then
he wants the stats.
I get the
Fred.
stats.
Yeah, stat.
A nice little short pass, and you take it for 90.
Well, I got to make you got to earn your $50 million a year.
There you go. Hand it to me, dog. That's what I'm telling you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Don't just check it down to me. But listen, I'll take those because I'm sure I got an incentive package somewhere.
There you go.
I need some receptions. Hey, look, it's about just getting the ball in your playmaker's hand and letting them be playmakers.
Sounds like I just need to be an agent. I'll just be an agent for the two of you. All have fun. Throw it to each other.
We'll give you 3%. Knock it down to 2 because you won't have to work much.
Oh, well, there you go. That's fair.
Hey, Fred, Mac Jones looks like he's our backup quarterback. I thought he played real well on Saturday night and kind of took that job and ran with it. So I would expect him to be named the backup later today when Doug Peterson meets with the media. But I thought he looked good.
Without a doubt, just to go out there and he came away with 127 QBR. Very efficient, very accurate. Made some great throws. Got the ball down the field.
Mm-hmm.
Parker Washington, I thought that was a beautiful ball, catch and run. Mac, he's a former first rounder, man. He's come up in some great coaching situations. You go from Nick Saban to Bill Belichick. What more? Now you have a former Super Bowl winning coach and player, and Doug Peterson. So. He's able to be in those rooms and understand what the position is about.
Mm-hmm.
He loves playing football. He's a Florida boy. We got the best football in the world.
No
right?
doubt.
He's Floridian. But, Mac, I would argue, and many probably would say, I don't know, Freddie, but Mac had a better rookie season than our guy, Trevor Lawrence, who was the current starter on this roster.
Yeah. You could argue that. I mean, he took the team to the playoffs.
No, I mean, it's in the numbers.
Yep.
It's certainly in the numbers. 92 QBR versus 71. Yada yada yada. 22 TDs for Mac, 13 picks. 12 TDs for Trevor, 17 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
There's also what you have to look at, and you know this, Fred. There's also when Mac played with the kind of talent that Trevor played with, he was terrible. So there's that. I mean, if you're comparing year one to year one.
It's hard for me to, you know, I'm a friendly guy. Just to say terrible. Terrible is an abusive word. but he didn't play well.
Right. Well, he lost his job to guys that you never heard of. We'll put it that way.
So, yeah, welcome to the league. But no, as far as the preseason is concerned, I thought he played well. Certainly hate to see CJ go down with the groin. But, hey, you got to be ready, and Mac is a guy who's going to be ready.
Yep.
So I think it's safe to ink him in at number 2, but he has to stay on it, stay on the gas.
I thought Tank Bigsby, you know, had a good night, and I read statistically he had a lot of yards after contact, which, again, that gets us to the offensive line, which we'll talk about in a minute. But I thought Tank has had a good, solid preseason and has built off of, you know, last year – disappointing during the regular season. Now we just got to translate what he's doing into September, October, and he'll be fine.
Look, my biggest issue, much like the entire coaching staff and maybe every Jaguar fan around the world, is that you cannot fumble.
Right.
You can't turn the ball over. And that's the thing that kept Tank on the sideline. But here he is in year 2, you know, having gone through 2 preseason games last week. We saw a burst. We saw a long run out of him. I believe it was a 19-yarder. This week, you know, we see him between the tackles getting some tough yardage. You can live at 3.7 a carry, although you want to be better on a per-carry basis. But to see him, you know, go in there, he had 10 carries, 37 yards, ran tough, broke some tackles, and he held on to the ball. That's what I love. He held on to the ball. So I'd like to see more Tank, certainly in his last preseason game, and just his confidence. I mentioned so many times on radio with JP and Mike Dempsey that Tank's confidence was shot, and the coach's confidence in Tank was shot.
Right.
But I believe now he's trying to gain that, and hopefully they'll give him a few more carries going into the next one, take those carries off of Travis a bit because he had a lot of touches a year ago. So, feed Tank, man. Give him up some more opportunities and let him, like, kind of really settle into that solid number 2 role where they'll be sort of a dual threat in that position.
All right, I have a question for you and Jeff. See if either of you can get this. You mentioned fumbles. It piqued my interest. Quarterbacks, career fumble leaders, because Freddie said you can't fumble. So career fumble leaders, not quarterbacks, all right? The two guys are tied at 90 career fumbles.
Is this just fumbles or fumbles lost? Or you don't
Just
know the
fumbles.
difference? Just fumbles.
Yeah, just career fumbles.
It's going to be guys who carry it a ton of times.
Both Hall of Famers.
Yeah, both probably. It's like Emmett and
good guess.
Yeah,
not
and,
Emmett.
and Barry Sanders, or it's guys that carried it.
Fred, you want to guess? Got to guess?
You said it's not Emmett and
Nope.
Barry didn't fumble.
No. I'm just thinking of volume carries.
And it's not Walter Payton either.
Well, I know it ain't me.
It ain't you. I wouldn't have brought it up if it was you.
What about Falk?
Falk?
No, it ain't. It can't be Marshall. Well, that's close. Actually, it could be. Is it?
Or what about like Curtis Martin or Jerome Bettis?
All good guesses.
Yeah, I'm just going with guy carries.
It's not Curtis or Jerome. I saw this somewhere when I was doing my little deep dive to figure out what guys were better than me to be in the Hall of Fame.
By the way, Mark Brunell, 76 career fumbles, in case you're wondering. No, it is 2 guys who played on great rivals from the 70s and 80s. Who?
Oh, 70s and 80s, never mind.
Well, no, they
So it's like, is it Franco Harris?
Franco
Okay,
Harris.
Franco Harris.
Wow.
And Tony Dorsett.
I was going to say Tony Dorsett.
Franco Harris and Tony Dorsett both had 90 career fumbles. So just interesting. And both Hall of Famers, by the way.
Fred, is this the point where you see the light at the end of the tunnel if you're a player? Preseason, right? You're 2 games done. You've got 1 left. You probably get to play if you're a frontline guy at least a little bit. And I'm sure everyone's anxious to get to the real games.
Oh, certainly want to get to the real game. Light at the end of the tunnel. Some guys might feel that they need more time to show more.
More tunnel.
For a lot of guys, they're going to be going on vacation, could be for their NFL lives. So it's all about opportunity, right? So I don't think a lot of guys want to run away from it. I think they're excited to be able to play a more solid game, close to a very real-type game scenario situation. So I'm looking forward to see what these guys are going to bring to the table in this last one.
By the way, Fred, you only had 27 fumbles, in case you're wondering.
Very nice.
And you only lost 12 of them. So, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 more than I like.
Oh, I know.
And one of them, your groin was flapping off of the bone. Don't forget. One of those fumbles, we get a groin assist on that one.
You did get an assist.
That was an alley-oop, wasn't it?
Fred, you did?
All right.
Hey, look, nowadays with all these different sports books, everybody would say that's the script, and Freddie was point shaving and
that's
all
right.
Other stuff.
That's
How
right.
One of his best friends in life ended up with the fumble recovery. So, man, that was a crazy moment.
By the way, you didn't lose the Jaguars did not lose a Fred Taylor fumble until 2003. You went the first 5 years, and they did not. It says fumbles 3, 4, 1, 3. Like I said, 27 in your career, but only 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 lost. So, and one of them was in New England, so that doesn't matter to me, Fred.
Yeah, well, hey, it's on the books.
With the Patriots? Okay.
Yes.
It's on the books, and I hate them all.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, the fumbles. And I can remember one time TC saying, oh, boy, fumbles are the bane of our existence.
Right.
They will not be tolerated.
Sometimes when you fumble, it's an act of cowardice. You got to be careful.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Fred,
He's such a philosopher.
Right, yeah. But the mean kind. Fred, if you had to make some sort of, diagnosis on how you feel about this football team moving forward, has it changed since camp started? Has there been anything that's made you feel either better or worse? And, not that I don't know if we've had this specific conversation. Is your expectation that this is a football team that will be a playoff team this year?
Look, my expectations are every year we reset. Every year I'm a Jaguars fan. That'll be until I'm no longer, able to breathe. And my expectations are always that we're going to be a playoff team. That's the start. That's where we are now. As the season starts to unfold, reality kicks in and you kind of know what you got, right? So, to answer your question, my expectations, emphasis, are that they are going to be a playoff team. You look at how well they played last year to start, injuries kind of shook them up a bit, and then they sort of derailed on the back end of the season and even had a chance until you lose to the Titans and you allow Houston to jump in front of you, win the division, and you go home for the summer. For the spring, actually. And so I think they'll make the playoffs this year. For allowing that all as well in terms of injuries. Mm-hmm. They have great coaching staff. They have the players that are capable of getting it done. I think they have a better roster than they had a year ago. So for that point, yes, my expectations, I do see them in the playoffs, but we know how much injuries play a big role in the outcome of a season.
Well, we're 1 week closer to those real games. We're all looking forward to it. No, you are too, Fred. And we sure enjoy having you every Monday morning. So appreciate you today. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Freddie.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys. Go right. Jaguars.
All right, my brother. We'll see. All right, that's Fred Taylor. Soon to be Hall of Famer. I'm going to say it. I said it. It's done. We got Tony in. We guaranteed it. We got him in. Fred's next. And Tom. We're going to get them all in before we're said and done. Let's take a quick time out, turn our attention toward the 9 o'clock hour. The boys get a little restless in here, start throwing around words. So we shall see. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1. Frangie and Hicken on Mondays. 2. Denny Thompson and Hacker on Wednesdays.
Who's counting?
1010XL now has 2 original Gator podcasts each week.
One for you and one for me.
Search 1010XL Florida Gators wherever you find podcasts or visit 1010XL.com.
Dan Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, frequently called upon for his expert opinion, currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, and of course the founder of Bowden Eye. Visit Bowden Eye and Associates today. Experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at mybookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience this season than having action on the game. And when you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of procs like team win totals and early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship. And Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw 10 times the return on their wager. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Hacker here with a new opportunity for you. The 20-pound summer slim down with Awaken 180 weight loss. Dropping 20 pounds before summer ends, cruising to your goal of 30, 40, 50-plus pounds down. It's simple. You take the last few weeks of summer, eating, drinking, enjoying the weather, but the difference? You're doing it with the 20-pound summer slim down. But you say, Hack, summer's almost over. Well, that's the point. The pounds melt off fast with Awaken 180. I dropped my first 20 in less time, and that easy 20 propelled me to reach my goal of losing over 85 pounds. Think about it. You're about to slide back into the same old fall routine with the same old mindset. Mix it up. Live up the rest of your summer while dropping the first 20. Then jump into fall with a whole new groove. Yeah, I said it, and you'll be saying it too in just a few weeks. 20-pound summer slim down with the solution for weight loss. Online, awaken180weightloss.com.
It's the end of summer sale with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Save $300 on every window and $825 on all patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But restrictions apply, and this offer expires August 31st. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Sometimes the most important position in sports needs a translator.
I'm Denny Thompson, and they call me the quarterback whisperer.
He shares his insights Friday mornings on The Drill. Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security and George Moore Chevrolet.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
D.V. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. At Terminix, we know how to stop termites. These destructive pests have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so do we. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem? Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com. Terminix it.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass, and he told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Duval. Jaguars football is officially back. Be there for the Jaguars 2024 home opener when they go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Join us as we celebrate Hispanic heritage and take the field at Everbank Stadium for the first time during our 30th season. Lock in your seats now for the 1 p.m. kick by going to Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We can't wait to see you back at the bank.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by U.S. Parks. FSU will be missing offensive coordinator and offensive line coach Alex Atkins due to a 3-game suspension in January as part of his punishment for an NIL-related recruiting violation. Head coach Mike Norville shared his thoughts.
Alex, he will not be available there on game day. Alex has done a wonderful job and continues to do a great job.
ESPN and SEC reporter Laura Rutledge will be in Gainesville for the Gators' opening game against Miami and commented on the pressure for both teams.
There's also so much pressure on both of these teams. I'm not going to say it's must win because that's crazy, but I think they're going to be a lot better than they were last season.
Florida's 2025 recruiting class improved on Friday after cornerback Ben Hanks Jr. committed to the Gators and was considered a priority target at his position for Florida. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
81 degrees at 9 o'clock, time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah. I mean, it's always got to be ready, and thought the offense moved the ball well, and we had to go down and score, and we did. We'll watch the film, like I said, and see what we can do better and continue to grow. I thought the young guys did a good job with the tempo. If you look at the tempo of the last couple of drives, like getting up on the ball and calling the play, that's a big part of the offense here. Stressing the defense, all that stuff. So I thought they did a good job with that.
That's Mac Jones, and he was called upon when C.J. Beathard went down at the end of the third quarter to go in, and he went in and led his team on another touchdown drive. And by the way, Danny Degenerate mopping up like to give an assist to Jeff Lageman on that one. He said, you got all these 3 guys who've started. They should be winning these games. And lo and behold, he's been spot on. So shout out to you, Jeff Lageman, wherever you are. But I want to give you credit as you line my pockets with cold, hard cash. And I don't know what the line is again, but I'm gonna ride the Jags over the Falcons big time on Friday night.
It looks like the Falcons aren't going to play anyone.
No?
I can't believe they didn't play Penixton in week 2. I don't understand what teams do, man.
I've seen enough. I mean, what does that
mean?
mean?
He hasn't been sharp.
I mean,
he's been making mistakes. He looks like a guy who could use all the seasoning he could get. The fear hick is that Cousins isn't ready.
Yeah, right.
That's what makes me nervous. That's like my instinct.
You want him playing more.
Correct. Yeah.
Is that because of the injury?
Yeah, or you're holding you can't afford for Penix to get hurt.
That's what I'm saying. So you want Penix playing?
That's what I would say, but I'm saying if you're using it from the standpoint of keeping him protected from injury because you don't have anything. They still have Heineke, don't they? Did they trade him?
No, they traded him. ESPN's put out this kind of cool college football playoff predictor, okay? And they have 24 teams with the best chance to make the 12-team playoff, all right? Georgia leads away. It's really the poll is what it is. Georgia has 79%. Oregon is 76%. And so they factor in schedule, too. Texas is 3rd. Ohio State is 4th. Notre Dame is 5th. Penn State is 6th. Alabama is 7th. Missouri, Tennessee, Oklahoma, 8, 9, and 10. FSU is 11. Miami is 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. And then when you click on the team, it gives them their 3 toughest games. So I click on Miami. Choose the winner of your team's toughest matchups. Every season has pivotal moments. Here are your team's most difficult games. Miami has a 43% chance to beat the Gators. And Florida has a 57% chance. Louisville has a 57% chance. And FSU has a 59% chance to beat Miami. Their three toughest games are Florida, Louisville, and FSU, which is interesting to me. If you go to, because those are, with all due respect to my alma mater, that's your second toughest game. You don't have that tough of a schedule. Florida State's three toughest games, conversely, are not even Florida's, doesn't make the list. It's Notre Dame, it's Miami, and it's SMU at SMU.
What?
Yeah.
I don't like some of these comparative slap faces that I get. And there's a comparative slap face that suddenly playing Texas SMU on the road is a tougher game than hosting the Gators.
Right.
That hurts.
Does hurt.
There's a lot of these, analytics you can withdraw from these things.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, Billy Napier needs to go 8-4. Florida's players need to be better. The concern is the players aren't good enough. Never mind what the coaching is. I mean, if you just match them up across the line, if your players aren't as – and listen.
Yeah, we look at the top players at the positions, the top 100 players, you're not finding Gators.
And that doesn't always matter. Chip Kelly did it at Oregon. Boise's done it. Some of the other, these schools that catch – fire, but the difference is when the Cincinnati's catch fire and make it to the playoffs, they're not facing the kind of schedule that Florida has to face.
Right.
That's the problem with this growth. Any growth spurt you're going to get is being tamped down by this schedule. So it's going to be hard to say they're improved if the record isn't improved. That's just kind of the price of this big time sports business. No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we were talking earlier about the Jaguars, and the offensive line is a concern, and it remains a concern for me. I mean, I almost wonder if they would be best, finding a trade partner. I mean, you'll scour the waiver wire, but it was interesting when Tony was talking about the guys. He was talking about keeping 9 or 10. One name he didn't mention was Tyler Shatley.
Well, I mean,
is his time with the Jags going to come to an end a little earlier than he thought? He had said this is his last year. Is his last year going to start sooner rather than later? I don't know.
Might. If there's a better guy, I hope so. I don't hope for anyone to lose. The offensive line as a whole, it would be just the whole thing just lifted a level.
Mm-hmm.
Starters and backups.
Oh yeah, there's no question. But I just sit there and I look at this offensive line and Tony talked about it and who he thinks and obviously they're not going to cut a fourth-round draft pick, I don't think, and I don't think he's worthy of getting cut, right? So the kid that they drafted out of Missouri, so you start adding up the numbers, and again,
and plus that's tackle.
And the truth of the matter is, if you can't make the team anyway, this team offensive line.
I have a hard time. I mean, the only thing you have here is familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time being upset if any offensive lineman on the team was cut or released.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. There's not one that you could do that wouldn't make sense to me. They're the worst in the league 2 years in a row. Like 30th to 32nd, ranked, evaluated, graded, positioned. 2 years in a row. It's amazing the success that this football team has had with such a knit and gritty, baseline, important anchor being as sketchy as it's been.
Yeah.
I mean, It is. It's amazing they've been above 500 with an offensive line that in back-to-back years has been rated, ranked, graded 26th to 32nd. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the look of a line that's changed anything about itself. Its personality, its physicality. It's early. As Tony said, we'll see at the end of September.
Gibby, can I get some Dan Hicken stat of the day music, please? I love the drop.
His name is Hicken. He's an information revelation.
Thank you, Balls.
It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
The Leaf Peeper himself, Balls Davis.
Live and well cooking. Waiting on those leaves to change. It won't be long up there on the Hudson.
Oh, he'll be headed out soon.
Banks of the Hudson, Balls and Mrs. Balls, or is she somewhere in
No, she's
Rio?
No, she's
the Flower Gardens of
NYC.
Rio.
NYC.
Perfect.
Jags have one home game in the next 48 days.
Oof. Yeah, because then they ain't going to
only 2 at the bank in the next
amazing.
69. If you look at it, the Jags will be home
in a month.
Listen to this now. This one's interesting. The Jags will be home September 15th against Cleveland. Right. That's their next home game.
Less than a month, but yeah, a long way away.
All right. And then they won't be home again. We won't be home again.
This won't be fooled again. But
that's it. That's it. Oh, they'll play the Colts October 6th. So that first 3 of their first 4 on the road is part of the issue. And then
are they home for the Colts and then go to London, or they go to London and then come home?
Then they go to London
after the Colts. Okay.
And then basically they're home twice up till October 27th.
That's crazy.
I mean, we're like halfway through the season by then.
Yeah. And well, the good news is we'll have a lot of home games down the stretch.
That's true.
Right? And most importantly, you know what? We are I think when we get to the last month of the season and we're kicking around scenarios and tiebreakers.
But my question to you is this. That's a little odd. Does that have an effect on a football team? Like last year, Doug Peterson chose to say it made us closer when they went to London for 2 weeks, and maybe it does.
Yeah. Hold on. You went to London, losing. You won a couple of games. And you got closer to 8-3, and then fell apart. How close did you get? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it with all these 25-year-old alpha men. Ain't nobody getting closer, bonding, kumbaya.
No kumbaya.
You get on the plane, you fly over, you play football.
All right.
You know, we've already had camp and, ice cream socials and meetings.
An ice cream social?
I don't think getting on a plane and flying to London makes you any closer than when you get on the plane and fly to Vegas.
Maybe allegedly made Brandon McManus closer with people.
Closer to the stewardesses, apparently.
Oh, dear.
But anyway, flight attendants.
That is interesting, though.
It's so hard, these apples and oranges. Like, the preseason gives you this, and it's one reason why you can get so frustrated early in the year to the good or to the bad. And that's this. It's so apples and oranges, doesn't mean anything. The Jaguars' defense, Dan, has given up 10 points a game.
Right.
They're 2-0.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
When the season starts, you know who it's going to be?
Miami.
It's going to be Tua. Yeah. And then it's going to be Deshaun. Yeah. And then it's going to be Josh Allen. Yeah. And then it's going to be C.J. Stroud.
Oh, dear.
So there's nothing to take from the preseason that should make you feel any different or better about the Jaguars than you did before it started. Nothing.
And, Tony said you really don't get a feel for your team until the end of September, but the Jags could very easily be off to a slow start again. They should be 1-3.
You hope not, but for sure. I saw someone else they were showing had a similar difficult schedule to start, and it was 3 road games against playoff teams and a home game, and it wasn't as hard as ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not.
Is there a harder 4-game stretch to start the year?
I don't know.
3 road games against playoff teams?
Yeah, that's tough.
No one is doing that.
That's
and your
tough.
4th game is against a playoff team also.
And then you come home and you play the Colts, and then you got to get on a plane and go play in London for 2.
The only
Chicago
good thing,
and New England.
And you just hope with Chicago and New England that the quarterback, that's a lot to ask Caleb Williams, bro.
Yeah.
You're a rookie. Now you're going to London. You're dealing with all that. I mean, if there was ever a game where the Jags should be, and that's the first one, right?
Yeah.
And then it's the Patriots game, and again, they're a mess. They may be the worst team in the league. So we could get a similar little boost from that London trip and go 2-0 over there. And, here's hoping, obviously.
Look, I mean, there's no telling. It's not going to go as we say. It never does, right? So even if you went 1-3, you could conceivably come back, beat Indy, Chicago, and New England and be 4-3.
Well, last year we were 1-2, and then we won the 3 in a row or whatever and got back on track.
You just don't know.
I would like to be, just for the sake of keeping the faith and I'd like to be 2-2. I'd like to win one of those 3 road games and win the home game.
Right, and there's no guarantee you're winning the home game either. Yeah. I don't know if you know this last year. The bank was not exactly a
power source.
Place of, victories.
No, we lost to Houston. We lost to Kansas City. We lost to Cincinnati. Lost to Baltimore. San Francisco.
I mean, yeah, you can't do that.
Oh, what an ugly, bloody reminder that was.
You want to talk about why you don't make the playoffs. There's a lot of reasons. You can blame injuries, but you got to hold serve at home. If you have a losing record at home, I don't know what the odds are, but I must surmise that the odds of making the playoffs
can't be
are
good.
Very small.
I can't imagine that you make the playoffs with a losing record at home. No, it's not baseball.
Yeah.
You don't have enough to make it up on the other side. If you're losing record at home, I mean, you're talking about already gotten 6 losses before you hit the road.
Or 3 and 5 or whatever it may be.
Well, I guess I was thinking, yeah.
It just depends. I mean, each year.
5. It would be 5 minimum.
Yeah.
By the way, Taylor Heineke's still with the Falcons.
Yeah. He played the other night, I was told.
And
I haven't.
No, he's not with them anymore. He got traded.
I suspect we'll see him on Friday.
You told me he got traded. I thought that was my mess up. They usually are. I only mess up the unimportant.
Huh?
I like to mess up the unimportant. That's spice.
Let's take a break. I was going to tell you.
Keeps you on your toes.
As we head to break.
Huh?
I did see this yesterday. Boy. WNBA referee gave Caitlin Clark a technical because she walked up and punched
I saw
that.
What did he tell her? He told her something after?
Like disrespectful to the game.
Shut up.
She was mad at herself for missing a shot.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was.
Caitlin Clark's ability to stay above this whole fray was amazing. She never bit.
No.
She never bit on the people supporting her. She never bit on the people criticizing her. And now the rest of the league realizes what we all knew when she came into the league. She's a top 10 player in the WNBA right now.
Yeah.
And she always was. And the bitter, jealous girls of the WNBA, for whatever reason, couldn't take it. They couldn't stomach it. I don't get it. I don't get the... And because I'm not going to fall into the line of the racial lines that everyone else wants to. What color is Breanna Stewart?
Yeah.
She came into the league, the star of college basketball, and no one, said she'll learn her lesson.
Right.
I think the girls of the WNBA, the ladies, probably responded to the media and their effusive praise as much as they were. But ball recognizes ball. Dan, I guess what I'd say about Clark. And she handled this whole thing like a baller. She never bit. She never got mad. She never got hurt. She never got offended. She just went out and kept playing, and now you've got, the Diana Taurasi's who were telling her she's going to learn coming up her mid-game and giving her hugs.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Want more Jags? Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. Looking for more in-depth coverage of the Gators? Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Need your FSU fix? Well, subscribe to the 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel. Your favorite team, one specific location.
Great news for you, homeowners. Mortgage rates are tanking, and my friends at Loan Pronto have rates that start with a 4. That's right, best rate in years. So listen, if your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it, lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto has locked in folks recently at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, time to call Loan Pronto, even if you're in the process. Get that all-important money-saving second opinion. Stop now and call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in at a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of just days with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. Act now. You can even skip your next 2 house payments. So call Loan Pronto. Give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
If you're an experienced, skilled plumber or welder that's MedGas certified and you're tired of working for a company that just doesn't treat you right, Local 234 is the place for you. Their pay is the best in the business. You'll walk away with $35.09 an hour in your pocket. With benefits, that's just over $50 an hour. Local 234 has been around since 1901, and that means something. Visit UA234.com to send your resume. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in at my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
Mia O'Brien.
Fun-loving girl.
On Helmets and Heels from noon to 2.
Likes to laugh. Lives to love. No dull moments tolerated.
Mia's quick hits are driven by Arlington Toyota on the video and social channels of 1010XL.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're very excited about being able to kick off the college football season. Really proud of our guys and all the work they put in throughout the offseason program. It's been one that's worked really hard, I think we got great size, speed, explosiveness, and now it's time to go kick it off.
Kick it off in Dublin.
Yes. Georgia Tech and FSU coming up on Saturday. High noon kick. Should be a lot of fun. Oh, man. Sad news. Speaking of.
What do we got?
The music. Phil Donahue passed away. I didn't know that. Did you hear that?
Dr. Phil?
I didn't know.
No, he's not Dr. Phil. Phil Donahue's a talk show legend from our time.
White hair.
Same name,
hair.
though,
He
right?
looks like Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
That's true. In fact, if you watch one of the Naked Guns, they think Leslie Nielsen is Phil Donahue.
Was he married to Marlo Thomas?
He was, yeah.
For a lot of years. Yeah, 88 years old. Heck of a life. Phil Donahue.
I heard some of our boy Matt Every on the ESPN.
Yeah, how'd he do?
He's very good, man.
Yeah, he is good.
It doesn't surprise me.
He is good.
Very good. He was a little tamer than I thought he'd be.
Oh.
I think he's getting a little bit, he's getting a little country club in him in that analysis.
Getting soft.
Well, I wouldn't say soft, but he was very good.
He was married to Marlo Thomas for 44 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Marlo.
Danny Thomas's daughter.
That's sister, not daughter, not sister, daughter.
Daughter. Yeah, Marlo Thomas.
Nobody knows who Danny Thomas or Marlo. In Jacksonville, how many people know who Danny Thomas is? 20, 30?
People our age. You know who he is. I know who
Barely,
he is.
but I do, yeah.
Yeah. You know who Marlo Thomas is.
Only because she's married to Phil Donahue. Was she was she that girl? What was she?
Yeah, she was one of those.
Yeah.
And also very, Thomas family, very big in the St. Jude's Hospital.
Oh, yeah, I did know that, too.
Yeah. So they do a lot of good stuff.
Why did I think that was Dr. Phil's name? Was that, like, am I completely wrong about that?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, his name is not Donahue.
It's Phil McGraw.
McGraw.
McGraw, yeah.
I don't know why I thought that.
So
I have a pop quiz, music quiz. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
In the NBA this year, there are 6 teams that have at least 30. Schedule came out a couple days ago.
Okay.
In the NBA, there are 6 teams that have at least 30 national TV games.
Uh-huh.
And there are 6 teams that have 5 or fewer.
Okay.
Your challenge is to identify the 6 teams who have 30 and more and the 6 teams who are relegated to 5 or fewer.
Okay. I'm ready to
That
play.
is today's pop quiz.
I'm going to go right off the rip. I got to think that your world champions are going to be in there, and then I got to think that the Lakers will be in there. I'll go with those 2 to start the game.
Okay, the world champion Boston Celtics.
Yes.
34 appearances.
Okay.
On national TV, including NBA Network or TV.
You said there's 5 teams?
5 teams with 6 teams with 30 or more, and there are 6 teams with 5 or less, and then there's the beefy middle ground.
Okay.
All right, so Lakers the most, 39. The Celtics third most, 34. I tied for third, 34.
Okay. 6 teams. I got to think that my Knicks may crack that.
34.
Yeah.
The Knicks with 34 is tied for third with the Celtics.
Okay. I think
so you got Lakers, Celtics, Knicks. You're missing one with 36, number 2, and then 2 tied for 5th with 30.
This is good. Can I ask East and West or no?
You can.
Can you give me how many are East and West left in the 30 category?
There is 0 from the East.
0. Okay, good.
Which is a big win because Milwaukee and Philly would have been
in the
you would have thought, yeah.
Well, then I'll take.
And by the way, they each had 27.
I'll take the Joker and the Nugs.
Yeah, I knew that was that ends the game.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Joker and the Spicy Nugs.
Wow.
29.
So the Thunder got in there?
It's not the Thunder.
I'd say the Mavs.
Okay, you're missing one obvious, number 2. It's the second biggest brand in the West behind the Lakers. Period.
Oh, the Dubs.
Yeah, the Dubs.
Yeah,
They've had 36.
Yeah.
And then your 2, think star power for these 2 teams rather than, like, who's the biggest star in the NBA?
It's not the Mavs?
The Mavs. Did you say the Mavs?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Mavs have 30, and then there's one more. This team probably
Phoenix?
has Phoenix with Durant and Booker. All right, that's the high end. You want to try the low end?
Yeah,
or you
I'll
just
try
want
it.
to get into
I'll try it.
All right, these 6 teams.
You know who would have been another good guess, maybe? How many does Wemby get? How many did Wemby get for the Spurs?
I saw Wemby got the Christmas Day with you. Wemby, 21.
Okay.
He's down a little bit.
All right, so they're not ready for him yet. I would say Detroit's got to be less, 5 or less. Good God,
Detroit
they're
4.
I would say the Wizards got to be
Wizards 5.
I would say the Hornets, nondescript.
Game ends. Hornets have 7.
Okay.
They were getting a little bit better last year. I don't know if that's the reason why.
What about your Hawks?
No, they're not. I couldn't believe it. I thought I figured that would sucker you into They get 8 though.
How about the Trail Blazers?
They get almost as many as the Magic Atlanta does. So.
How about the Trail Blazers?
The Blazers 4.
Okay.
There's 3 teams that have 4. The Pistons, the Blazers.
The Jazz?
The Wizards have 5. The Jazz have 7. They're just outside. There's one super incredible, unbelievable surprise in the bottom 6.
There's got to be a slap. Brooklyn, maybe?
Brooklyn is there. That's not the surprise. There is a big name basketball brand. They haven't been much. They haven't been
Bulls?
The Bulls.
Yeah.
Only 5.
Yeah.
So there you go. Nets 5, Bulls 5, Wizards 5.
Yeah.
Pistons 4, Blazers 4, Raptors 4.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you gotta be You got to be awfully overlooked to only get 4 out of your 82 on one of these rogue networks.
There's a lot of networks.
Yeah. Between ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV, and that's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of networks.
I don't know. I'm in this. I liked it at first. I like when they just re-up you for the league pass or extra innings. And now I don't like when they re-up because now I'm going to have to contact. I'm not going to get the ticket this year.
Oh, you're not?
I know the league. I got the ticket. I've had the ticket. I've had the NBA ticket, honestly, for 15 years.
Wow.
I'm not going to do it.
You're down.
I find myself, I don't watch them. I just find myself not watching. There's enough going on. I'll follow it on the phone or, watch one of their 8. God, that's not very many.
So I'm looking at this dude. Well, let me ask you this question, Jeff Prosser. You have chased, we even had a summer fling with a hole-in-one.
Oof, I wasn't much of a fling. I was I got roofied.
Well, yeah, that wasn't, but we attempted it.
I left sore.
Yeah. But anyway, so.
Shoulders and hands and stuff.
My question to you is this, Jeff Prosser. I'm looking at this cat. He's got a tat that says hole-in-one, and then he's got the years that he's done it. He's got 6 of them. He just added 2024.
Wow.
My question to you is, if you get a hole-in-one, would you do a tat for us?
No, I don't want to do that.
No. It's a nice tat. It's got it says hole-in-one in cursive with the pin and the cup, and then you just put the date under it.
It's a little much, man. What else? This guy also driving around with a picture of himself on his, dashboard?
No, I thought it would be fun.
Good for you, buddy. You got 6 holes in one. Come here, let me punch you in that arm.
Jeff Prosser, if I asked you who has the best chance to repeat as division champ, and here are your division champs. Is it Buffalo, Baltimore, Houston, KC, Dallas, Detroit, Tampa, or San Fran? Who would you choose? That would be 8 different divisions.
That seems awfully easy.
Awfully easy.
You almost have to go, who would you? To me, it's like a no-brainer answer.
Is it KC more than San Fran?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You almost, the better question is, who's second least likely?
Yeah, KC would be the one because, San Fran's division is a little more chalky.
100%.
I mean, KC,
And I still think San Francisco will win.
We're waiting to see what Harbaugh does, but you're going against Minshew and you're going against Bo Nix, with all due respect.
The Chargers are not going to do anything this year. Their talent is low.
Okay.
That's what everyone's saying. And they got to restock and get going. I don't think they do it in year one. So,
all right, so
they're more like a 5-6.
Who was your second pick? If you were going to rank these,
okay.
These. Kansas City, you're going to go San Francisco too?
Most likely to, so it's not least likely to repeat. It's most likely to repeat. San Francisco number 2 for sure. Not even close.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, the Lions won the North by 3 last year. Maybe they're the ones, but Green Bay's coming.
Yeah.
Lions won by 3.
Did I see Jordan Love throw 3 picks last night? Or was that a dream?
Did you have a fever dream, did you?
Did I see that?
Yeah, I didn't. No, Purdy had a bad day. I don't know about Love.
Stand by, please.
Love played Knicks, though, and
I thought Jordan Love threw a bunch of picks.
Wow, 3. That would be, it seems like that would have been
It should be great for
screaming headline.
Scream at the luncher here.
I mean.
Yeah, you'd think they would. Maybe they just didn't get to it. Or maybe I was just,
I don't see that Love played last night.
Yeah,
he didn't play. Okay.
You did.
Daniel Jones threw a couple.
I swear to God,
you literally had a dream that the guy threw picks.
Or maybe the sports was on my.
Didn't C.J. Stroud have a couple of picks?
In and out.
I think he had a couple.
We know Daniel Jones threw picks.
Yeah,
Jones had 2 and a pick 6.
Yeah,
Stroud did not. He was 7 of 10 for 88 yards.
Yeah.
So another one of the name guys, but.
So who would where do you put Houston is the ultimate question, though, what I wanted to get back to in the
I would, if I'm, in other words, if you're power ranking who you think is going to, now this is, look, I'll admit this question comes with a lot of bias.
Okay, right.
Because we're sitting here. I mean, I think the Jags are winning the division. So
okay, all right.
That would affect my answer.
All right. Do you think Dallas will win their division? Because I don't know who's going to challenge. I don't think the NFC East is all that.
I think the Eagles could bounce back, but I think they will, but that's not the confidence of the other two.
Yeah.
Least confident to win their division.
Yeah.
From last year to repeat. Bucks for sure.
Bucks.
And then it's probably Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Least confident, despite the team being really good, the Ravens.
Ravens.
Because that's a good team. I'm I'm big on the Bengals.
Are you?
Always. I'm big on Burrow and Chase and that whole crew. If they're healthy, then
I think Detroit's going to have their hands full with a good division. I think that's a good
expectations.
Division. Is the NFC North the best division in the NFC, or would you say it's still the West? Because it ain't the East.
It could be. It depends
South.
on Williams and the Bears' development. I mean, if he could play all year in the sunshine, that pass where he spun out of the pocket and rolled out to the left and threw across his body.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was like the Zach Wilson, only he did it against competition, not against air.
Zach Wilson took a sack for a safety last night.
But Zach Wilson did that same play in his pro day. They drafted him second or third overall. The difference is Williams did it actually in a game. A little more impressive.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a break.
All right, we'll come back, put the final touches. We give you some headlines, trending, something. We'll cool down. We got it all going. Gibby's dying to trend, so we'll come down. We'll cool down. We'll trend. Introduce you to Jaguars today.
All right.
It has been a jam-packed Monday. Glad to be here with you. The Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Fear the Spear.
Plant your spear and get the latest news and notes from Tallahassee.
It's all about Tomahawk Nation on the Seminole Report. Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Hey, man, I don't care how good the car is. I don't care how good the engine is. If it doesn't have the fuel, it's not going to run to perfect, ultimate performance. And you can get that in your body as well with bioidentical hormone treatment with Doc Paul Busey over at Integra Concierge Medicine. Bioidentical testosterone. You need to replenish some of your levels, gang. And it will lead to so many things that may be bothering me. For me, it's energy. Gosh, working this schedule year after year after year. Been hitting a wall in the middle of the day. I'm going to give it a try. Man, through the expert, just the guiding that I've gotten from Doc, set up your first consult. It'll be free, and you can find out all of the potential solutions that are there for you for whatever it is you want to see better performance in. 619-3609, that's the phone number to Integra Concierge Medicine, 619-3609. From looking better to feeling better to a doctor on demand, it's IntegraConciergeMedicine.com.
Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Nimnick has been in business for over 81 years because they've been doing business the right way. Stop by Nimnick Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Here come Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. The Last Encores. Saturday, February 1st at Florida Theater. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Tickets on sale now at FloridaTheater.com. Don't miss Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons live.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just sign up at MyBookie.com and you're ready to rock. Whether you're rooting for your alma mater or your favorite team, there's no better way to experience this season than having action on the game. And when you know your team well, it's an easy way to take advantage of procs like team win totals and early picks for playoff contention. Last year, MyBookie had some of the best odds on the market for the Wolverines to win the championship. And Michigan bettors who backed their squad saw 10 times the return on their wager. Lock your futures in now while you're waiting for the season to begin and use promo code 1010XL to claim a bonus up to $1,000. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary. That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 19th, 1921, Detroit Tiger Ty Cobb is the fourth player and youngest to reach 3,000 hits at the age of 34, as well as achieving it in the least amount of games played.
David Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, your mom mentioned it's been a year since we did a complete house cleaning. The kitchen tile and living room floors are looking pretty dingy. It's time to call Zero Res.
That's right. Most folks know that Zero Res does an amazing job at cleaning their carpets and rugs, but they don't know that Zero Res can clean their tile and grout, LVP, and wood floors.
And right now, Zero Res is offering 25% off all hard floor cleaning. Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Are you tired of living with constant pain from torn ligaments or nagging tendinitis and bothersome joint pain? Say goodbye to endless medications and invasive surgeries. Go BioTarget Regenerative Treatment is available only at injury care centers. Their innovative approach helps you recover faster and get back to doing what you love without drugs or surgery. Don't just treat the symptoms, target the root cause with BioTarget. Visit GoBioTarget.com to learn more and schedule your appointment today.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson saw improvement in the team's offensive line to back up the progress in the running game.
Offensive line did a nice job there, and that's what it takes in the run game.
After leaving the game and having to come back, Jag QB Mac Jones knows his role is to stay ready.
He said you always got to be ready, and that was a good example of, hey, you think you're out for a little bit, and then, hey, you're back in.
After seeing more action in the second preseason game, running back Tank Bigsby says he's ready.
I feel healthy. I feel good. Just ready to go. Like I told you last week, just ready to go, get going, and I feel great, though.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
On a personal note, I'm cooling down from another disappointing loss at the hands of the Fish yesterday. The Mets went 7-6 against the Fish this year. That's not good enough. They didn't take advantage, and they really have not played well against the bad teams, and it's going to cost them because our season now will be determined in the next 10 days as we go 3-3-4 with the O's, Diamondbacks, and Padres. So that should be it for the Metropolitans.
I'm cooling down with the importance and the impact of the preseason. It's just too many apples to oranges moments that go on. You play against other teams that their depth chart's different from yours. These guys playing here, this one's not there. You're a running back, it's not your normal line. You're a quarterback, it's not. That being said, I'm also going down on the fact that is for what the preseason is. I don't know if the Jaguars have had a more buttoned up one. They just had two games. They won them both easily. The other teams aren't scoring. I guess we are the preseason bend but don't break. I don't feel like the defense has been dominant by any stretch, but they're not giving up any points. So there's that.
Time to see what's trending. Gibby's been chomping at the bit to bring us some very quality trending items.
Trending is, bro, I'll tell you what's trending. This Integra Concierge Medicine and their testosterone hormone replacement treatments. These are bioidentical. That means there's nothing foreign going into your body. And guys, it will give you the boost that you need when it comes to energy or allergies or low sex drive, muscle soreness, mental fatigue. All of it can come into effect, and you will be feeling so much better. So don't accept that the good old days are gone. Your energy's this, that, or the other. It's a lie. They've been lying to you. Call my friends at Integra Concierge Medicine and Doc Paul Brousset, 619-3609. 619-3609. All right, let's trend.
Number 5.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but apparently there's a mullet trend in the National Football League.
Oh.
Mark Sanchez sporting a new look on the TV broadcast over the weekend. He's got some curly locks in the back. Also, Kyle Shanahan, 49ers head coach, sporting a mullet too. Got a new trend here.
A mullet or a mohawk?
No, this is a mullet, man. We got...
Yeah, well, if you think that you're starting a trend with a mullet, I mean, the 80s just called. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't care if you wear a mullet. I mean, each his own. You can wear whatever kind of hair you want, but don't act like you're doing something. I don't think that an NFL head coach should have a mullet. Let's leave that to Mike Gundy.
Yeah, you would think...
Kyle Shanahan. So did you see Ben Affleck's hair?
Have not.
He's faux hawked. This guy's lost his mind.
Yeah.
Affleck's lost his mind. And is Ben Affleck aware that there are other women in the world than Jennifer Garner and Jennifer Lopez?
Stop bouncing.
This guy literally bounces back and forth between exes. This guy is a
leave sweet Jen Garner alone.
Right, leave her alone.
Yeah.
You do that with that nasty J-Lo.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want with that
Yeah.
crazy. She's the female version of you, a neurotic, narcissistic, crazy person.
Yes.
Number 4.
Poor Jennifer Garner's so sweet, too. She's like a real person, isn't she?
She is.
She sits in a rehab, tries to get him well. I'm sure he's crying in her, living room, and she's probably rolling her eyes and rubbing his back. Oof. Damn it, Ben.
Don't do it, Jen.
More than 100 pounds of coke has washed up on Florida's shores in the wake of Hurricane Debbie. Found a bunch of it in the Keys.
Party at Bernie's.
Yeah. Wow.
Gives a new meaning to the white sandy beaches.
That's for sure. Yeah. Man, if I was going to find something like illegal and valuable, I hope it's not drugs.
No, you don't have to find drugs.
What am I supposed to do? Why can't I find some gold? Right. Yeah. What are you going to do with it? You're going to take it and turn it in.
Is that what you do?
Or you're going to turn it around?
Oh, I thought you meant sell it.
Sell
I
it
didn't
to
know.
Tony? Yeah, no, I'm not selling a big, kilo of Coke. Thanks, though. I'll try something
Number
else.
3.
Well, she's trending again. Caitlin Clark breaking more records. The WNBA single-season rookie mark for assist has now been set by Clark.
Not bad for a ball hog.
I would say this about Caitlin Clark. I fully expect her to be the best player in the WNBA by the end of the season. I just think she is. I'm sorry.
She's very good.
I don't know what,
I'll give credit is she never bit.
Yeah.
All of the stuff going on about her and the things that were said and nothing ever came from her.
I saw the Indiana coach and the other coach of the other team were beefing at the end of the game. I think, so I don't know. It's just sometimes it seems a little silly to me, but it is what it is.
I do stop and watch Caitlin Clark play a little bit. It's the only WNBA I will watch, and when it comes on SportsCenter, I fast forward.
Yeah.
Because
Number
it's being
2.
shoved down in my face. It's just, let me be a sports fan. Leave me alone, you stupid jerks.
Oh, dear.
Number 2, you guys referenced this earlier. Phil Donahue dead at 88. What was he most famous for?
Talk show.
Yeah, great
talk show for back when talk shows were like
and
relevant.
his was a little different.
Yeah.
He had a little running around kind of.
Yeah, they did skits on Saturday Night Live forever with Phil Donahue.
Yeah. So he was kind of ahead of his time, I think. I read an interesting article the other day that said late night talk shows are going to be dead soon.
Yeah, why is that? What are they saying is the reason?
Well, the late night talk show people say there's a lot of different options. Folks say they've got
podcasts are just killing everything. Is that what's happening?
The kids don't watch them. They're not as good. They think they're lazy takes. They think they're gotten a lot a political.
Yeah, they're too political. There's so much that you can make fun of. There's so much fun you can have.
There's never been anything wrong with comedy towards a president, but when it's so hateful.
Well, when it's so partisan, when it's not spread around.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all make fun of but if you're gonna make fun of the Cowboys, then make fun of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So,
Number 1.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
I saw this. This kind of gives us a little bit of a glimpse of what's to come this season in the NFL. But Tom Brady last night was on the sidelines warming up before his mock broadcast of the 49ers-Saints game. He and Kevin Burkhardt with Fox did a little mock broadcast as he gets ready to take the booth this season.
I think practice games, that's what they got to do. They do them now, and Brady was taking advantage of it, and he's pretty much everywhere enjoying his retirement.
How do you guys think he'll be?
But to Gibby's
I think he'll be
point, but to Gibby's point, when Brady goes down to the field and throws the ball around, it's always got to keep him
throwing around.
You know, you keep him. You know,
He's basically said it.
I know
he's dropped hints. You know,
like didn't he say? Didn't this off says he would? There are situations that he would consider.
Yeah.
Would the Vikings be one of those?
I think it's more like call me in December.
I got the 5th pick in the draft, and I feel like Jordan Jefferson's going to be there. I'm afraid to take him because of the quarterbacks. Dempsey, who should I take 5th? Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean. I'd be a smart aleck. Who should I take 5th?
Justin Jefferson's been lasting later than that. I would say, for me, I'd go CMC, Tyreek, CeeDee Lamb.
That's 3. Yeah, I pick 5th.
I'm just going through the.
That's who it'll be.
And then I would go. Your preference on Breece Hall or Bijan?
One of those two.
Yeah, because I just think the wide receivers deeper.
Go ahead, Gibby.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
So let me just write this. So not Trevor Lawrence, 5th overall.
Not 5th overall.
Yeah,
although in some of our Jaguars Today leagues, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes in the late first round.
I heard Mike Dempsey. I think it was Friday, bemoaning the worry of missing a draft because you're in so many different leagues.
Forgetting about one.
Yeah, forgetting one.
Like realizing halfway through,
oh, no.
Damn, didn't this thing start an hour ago? Yeah, I got a lot.
How many, do we have a number of this year's?
I'm well over 200.
Well over 200.
But I don't have to set lineups for all those teams.
Right.
You know, but I'll be like 15 to 20
drafts
on ones that
I
have to actually manage.
Yeah.
Every week. So
yeah,
it's not that big a deal.
No. You enjoy it.
I do.
You're good at it. What do you got coming up?
We got David Garrard coming in.
Oh, very good.
Tony's got the day off.
Okay.
We will reflect on the 2-0 Jacksonville
Super Bowl.
Jaguars.
2-0 and beating good teams, good quality teams.
You can't go 23-0 without getting.
They're going to give up under 200 points this year. That's clear. I mean, no one can get more than 10, 12
defense
on them.
All those 3-and-outs.
Yeah.
Joe Gaziano is the greatest pass rusher.
We're also going to win the Super Bowl, the first team in history to win the Super Bowl, but while giving up 90 sacks. We're going to give up 90 sacks to win the Super Bowl.
Could happen.
That could be a concern.
Yes.
Can you find us some offensive linemen, or
I don't think so.
Got what we got?
I don't think
where we
so.
are.
I think we're I mean, there were some good plays, but Cooper Hodges got pushed around a little bit.
A little bit.
Luke Fortner on that quarterback sneak, like he was
a duck and cover,
tunneling to freedom.
Again, if a terrorist brings in a grenade, we're good. Luke will dive right on it, be right in that.
He jumped right down. He got down.
Covered.
We converted that one though.
We have as a franchise have taken ownership of some odd offensive line plays between the whirly bird.
Yeah. We find a few, don't we?
Did we have one at Indy one time with one of our offensive linemen? He ran around in circles a couple of times. I can't remember that one.
I don't know.
It seems like a did.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Have a great show.
Thank you, guys.
It's Mike. David Garrard is in as well. That'll be fun. They'll do that from 10 to noon here on the Superstation.
Every day. Every Monday to Friday.
That's what I'm told.
What a deal. That's going to do it for a Monday morning quarterbackdivorcemenonly.com. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, good news.
What's that?
Tomorrow's Super Tuesday.
For real.
I'm always at my best.
For real.
On Super Tuesday.
That's